Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast on this Friday night. Hope you all had a fantastic week. Tonight, we have Truthfulreese with us. She's blown up on Instagram and whatnot, and we wanted to bring her on and give her some daylight, some burn on the show, so more people can see who she is. She always has some really good content on her channel. So make sure that you click the link in the description to her Instagram page, and then you can see where she's at from there. And again, she has some really great posts. Scott has got a surprise for you tonight. He you never know what's with Scott, right? Like we just know we love Scott and we know that you just never know what you're gonna get with him, but he's got a surprise again for you guys tonight. He's a better man than me because I just won't do it. Um, don't have a date yet for movie night. Just want to thank everybody once again who was with us last Saturday. It was fantastic. We had a great movie night. It was a great turnout. Once Jonathan gets me that information, I will make sure I pass that on. And without further ado, let's bring in Reddaywalker and Truthful Reese. What is going on, guys? How has everything been going on? How's your week?
Hey, doing
Amazing.
good, doing good. Yeah, how about you guys?
It's been one hell of a week, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy that it's Friday and I got wine tonight.
Cheers. Yeah, well, we'll give you a cheers. Here,
Yeah, cheers.
I got beer tonight, so
Absolutely.
I got sparkling water. I should have brought the beer.
It is all good.
let's just get let's say what's up to Rognita.
Uh,
Snail Fig is back with us. Haven't seen her in a while. Conserve Reality is chilling with us in the chat. Patriot Daywalker, we all know who that is. Yes, 1334. He got freaking nuked on Instagram already. He didn't even
what?
last a month.
Oh, yeah. What's her name?
Yeah. he just got it. So
That's crazy.
Reese, talk to us. You have some like fantastic posts. You're on top of things all the time. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and whatnot, and what you're all about.
yeah. So my name's Reese, and I'm from California, or I was. Moved to a red state already.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I was
during
I was in a
COVID.
blue state too. So
Oh, you were? Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, glad to be out. And then,
Thank God.
yeah, and during COVID, I was like a liberal for the longest time. Yeah, and then during COVID, like 2021, like when they started bringing out the vaccines, that's when I
hmm
started like researching. And like my dad's conservative, and we would always go over to my parents' place, and he'd be watching Fox News, and I'm just like, they're making too much sense, you know. So and then we were like always debate and stuff, and then once I started reading up in the vaccine stuff, and then that's when I started, and then they started forcing it, and even some of my friends, they lost their jobs over it because they were so
mhm.
strict in California, you know, all the mandates, the mask mandates. Yeah, and then we didn't get the vaccine, and yeah, and then they wouldn't let us in movie theaters. Um, what else? Restaurants, all that
Germs.
stuff. Yeah,
The
yeah,
the
and then
restaurant stuff was even funnier, right? Because they would make you wear a mask to your table, and then you were okay to take it off at the table. It was the dumbest shit. I was in New York at the time, during COVID, so I was actually working in a hospital the same year. So like the first year in 2020, I was a hero. 2021, I was a zero because I refused to take the jab and whatnot,
yeah,
and I just wasn't gonna do it.
yeah. Did you get fired or?
They pushed me out. I had been with
Oh,
them
they
long
did.
enough that they didn't want to just fire me, so they found a way. My hours slowly got reduced, and then eventually got to the point where I had to find something else, right? So like they pushed me out. So
Yeah.
essentially, they
Oh
they did a
man.
slow firing process, is what they did. And
Oh
I
yeah.
I
So if
stood
you,
I stuck to my guns. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not. It's all good. I'll find work somewhere else. It is what it is. But I refused. I just refused. I was like, it's not gonna happen, fam. Not this guy. It's just I'm not sticking myself with that. Chili
yeah,
beans,
yeah,
what is
no.
going on? Callbacks, track 9. It's true. He says you could just sit down and you're immune to COVID. It's so true.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, it's true. You just take off the mask and that's it.
Yeah, that was the common theme, right? Like, uh they kept talking about herd immunity from getting the jab, but like it was already happening ahead
From
of
the
time.
jab.
Like in year 1 when it was happening and there was no there was no jab yet. Okay, it was already happening. I don't know if you remember, since we're talking about COVID. Do you guys remember? I know I do. When COVID first started, they used to put up the recovery rates on the screen. So it was like deaths, infections, and recovery rates. And that lasted for probably about a month because the narrative changed, right? Big
Yep.
Pharma came down and was like, and obviously, the government and whatnot was like, no, you got to take that off the screens. And then it stopped being there. And then all you saw was deaths, okay, and infections. You
Yeah.
didn't see the recoveries because the recovery rates were through the roof. They were higher than the infections,
Yeah.
okay, and higher than the deaths. So like they didn't want that out there. So they changed the narrative very, very quick.
Yeah, that's true. And also, people would go, like, if they die from a car accident, they would go and test them and say, oh, they had COVID and they died from COVID,
Yep.
but not the car accident.
Correct.
So it's like upping the rates of who was dying.
Yeah.
Correct. They were doing that a lot, actually. They were
They're right
doing
about
for
everything.
any little thing. Yeah, they just it was because they were getting money, right? Like so, like the amount of you were getting all kinds of relief funds, okay, for the amount of people you had, diagnosed with COVID and actually passed on from it and whatnot. But we know now, okay, that just wasn't the case. Well, we knew then, but those of us who were trying to talk about it were squashed almost immediately anytime we try to put information out back then. But now it's a little bit more free, and we can do that, except on YouTube. We can't do it on Rumble though. So Rumble, we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. We don't care about LubeTube anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Rumble is much better than YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, my
Yeah.
Gmail actually got, they said I was a bot, and then they closed my Gmail account. And I was like, I'm not a bot. I'm just like a real person.
But
And then they
someone
closed my
just
whole
tried.
YouTube.
Someone just tried to email me today something, and they said my email was blocked. So like
Oh, really?
I gotta send them an email, okay, so that
You were.
it's just
I,
crazy.
I bet you it was a bot telling you that you were a bot.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
it's true. So true.
Yeah. Yeah, I use
Mhm.
Proton Mail now. That one's pretty good.
So was it just COVID that made you, come to the light side and get away from the dark side?
Yeah, mainly that. Like in 2020, I voted for Biden. Yeah, I was like, I thought like Trump was like, like mean and stuff, and like watching all those SNL skits.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and then
It's all
like
right.
yeah, then I started seeing it, and then yeah, and then now I'm like uber conservative.
How,
Right.
how
And
far
then
into the
yeah, like I bust.
How far into the Biden term did you take you to kind of like make a switch?
Yeah.
Probably
Curious.
like 6 months or so. Yeah.
Wow, that
Didn't
quick!
even make it. Didn't even
I
make
was
it out
gonna
of the
give you
first year.
I
No,
was
didn't
gonna
make it
give
out the
you two
first year.
years. I was gonna give you 2 years to like change, but wow, 6 months. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It was like yeah, especially when
Was
it's
it
all
was
like
it something? Was it something specific, or you just it was like a little bit of everything that kind of just you weren't feeling it?
yeah, it was just a little bit of everything, and then like living in California, there's so much crime, and then I never really liked Newsom anyway, even though like I was a liberal. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody in
Newsom's Newsom,
California likes Newsom. Everybody hates Newsom.
Yeah, and they keep recalling him, and then he wins the recalls. How the heck is he winning it?
It's the
I don't
cheat
know.
that goes on. It's the cheat that
Yeah,
goes on. They continuously, okay, they got that ranked choice voting first going on. Then they got all the mail-in ballot stuff that goes on, right? They will send they will send a ballot to somebody's turtle. Okay. It's like someone could literally put the name of their turtle on a ballot and they will get one in California. So like it's rampant. It is absolutely terrible. Obviously California is not the only state that does that. It's just
yeah,
it is these blue city dominated, because there's really no blue state when you think about it, right? Like that is solid blue. You just have to look outside of every single one of these cities and it's like solid red, right? It's just
yeah,
the cheating in California is absolutely absurd. And we've been bringing quite a few people from California on because they got some serious elections coming up in November, not just next year, and
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and all those bills they're passing too, like that one where you can take your kid out. It's like AB something. Like anyone can go
Yeah,
and sign a
it's
paper,
the
and they don't even
human.
have to
It's a
notify
human
you.
trafficking. It's a human trafficking
Yeah,
bill, is what I call it. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. I forgot the number of it, but
Everything is against the
it's for
parents.
human trafficking.
yeah. Have you guys ever heard of Denise? I forgot her last name. She does a lot of California bills. When I was in California, I was watching her a lot. She does a lot. She goes to like the state capitol, and then she says what bills are coming out that are like really bad.
You know
And
what her handle is?
yeah, let me look it up. It's Denise. Denise something.
I bet you we probably follow her. We just don't.
Yeah, we probably don't know. I'm pretty sure
She
we
has
follow.
Denise. The only Denise I'm thinking of is Denise. Is it Denise Aguilar? But she's not in California, is she?
She's she's scrolling right now to find it. And was it Denise who? We can't hear you. Lost your sound. Nope.
Check your screen.
Check your screen.
Did you pull it out?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Check.
Are you, we
Yes,
lost Reese for a
Romina.
second.
Cali
Oh, there you go. Can
definitely
you hear me
needs
now?
decontamination. There we go. We got you back.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was my phone. My phone's connected to my laptop. Yes, Denise
Ah.
Aguilar, the informed
Oh,
mama.
it is Aguilar. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got it. You
Yeah,
had it
we
right,
know.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought she was in Texas. I must have had the wrong state. I don't know why I thought Texas.
Yeah, she goes
Yeah.
there a
You
lot.
know.
She goes to the Capitol and everything, and yeah, she does a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
like looks at all the bills.
a lot of these crazy, pedo bills is what I call them because they're really pedo bills. A lot of them,
Yeah.
they're being in the forefront is that slimy fuck bastard, uh, Scott Wiener. Is that his name?
Oh
Weiner,
yeah,
Wiener,
Scott
whatever
Wiener.
his name.
Wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wiener.
yeah. He's the one that's just like you know he's fast tracking this shit with his other crazy pedos in his little collective and stuff like that. And again, it's just all about all these laws are all about for these sick fucks to do nefarious things to people's kids. That's essentially what it is. So like that again, I don't know the number. Jonathan, can you find out that number for us, please? AB whatever it was that got passed. Throw that up, please. Um, it's a human trafficking bill
Not even.
where now anybody could just fucking sign a piece of paper and report some shit and could be a complete stranger, all right, and then end up taking somebody's kid from them. It's insane.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really scary actually. I like if I was to live in California, my kid. Well, I homeschool my kid here too, but I would be homeschooling them for sure.
Ah, good for you.
It's scary. Yeah.
It's better to
So
homeschool no matter where you are.
it's true. It's true. And they're going after homeschooling and charter schools and whatnot too. That's the another thing they're
Mm-hmm.
doing out in California is to take that away, take that option away, right? Because if you keep the
Yep.
kids trapped in the public school system, which is completely failed all across the nation, all right,
Yes.
you can continue to indoctrinate them and manipulate them into all kinds of things, right? Because the kids
Yeah.
listen, the kids are freaking normal. If you just leave kids alone, they'll figure it out. All right. It's adults that absolutely, destroy them at some point, and
Mm-hmm.
then it just keeps going on. It's not even. It was a college thing. Then it became a high school and college thing. Now it's from like preschool all the way up. They're just like absolutely destroying children.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's the parents too. Especially like the ones that say like, "Oh, my child was transgender at 1.5," and it's like, how do you know that your child was transgender at 1.5? Like just because they
Well,
like certain toys.
they all want to live vicariously through their children, right? They all want to be
Yeah,
TikTok and Insta famous, okay, and get on social media and get all the likes and stuff like that. And then they put their kids through this crap as their kids get older, and you can see just the distress on these children's faces when you see these videos and stuff like that of them, these sick parents. And it's these sick liberal mothers, okay, and their cuckold husbands that fucking don't do shit and can't fight back. And then it doesn't help that you have in a state like California, the laws are
Mm-hmm.
completely there. As a parent, you can't even protect your kid from this shit.
yeah.
If you're you got, I'm sure you know who Adam Vina is. We've had him on the show. What he's got going through, to try to save his son from being transformed is just it's terrible what the state of California is doing. That
Oh, is he the one that lives in Texas and then his wife lives in California, or is that I'm thinking someone
I
else?
don't know if he moved to he was in California last I know. I don't know if he moved to Texas recently. Thank you, Jonathan. So that's California AB 495. Thank you.
Oh, okay,
Uh
yeah.
yeah. So again, I don't know if he's left California. It wouldn't surprise me if he did, but the fight that he's having, and he's continuously fighting to try to save his kid. I don't know if he would have left just yet, but it's a very sad story. You have a grown man breaking down on a show. We had him on the show and he broke down, and it was just like hard. From one man as a father and a grandfather, it was very hard for me to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Scott, how you doing there in your suit, brother?
I'm
You hot
fine.
yet?
I was thinking. I was trying to find the other law that they passed, but didn't they also
Mhm.
did California actually pass a law that said that the parents don't need to be notified if their child is transitioning or their child is in like mental health therapy or something like that?
I think so.
Didn't
I think they got
didn't
laws
they
like that
pass
on the
that?
books now. I think you're right, Scott. I think they did some wild shit like that too. Essentially, they're just taking parents out of the picture, all right?
Yeah,
Because that's what they want to do. All right, let's take parents out of the picture.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
I brought that up only because there was something else that happened this week. This is actually you see all the bad stuff that's happening in California, and yet the red states are going complete 180 in the other direction. They actually believe this. This happened in Hamilton County, Tennessee. The school board, not the parents, the school board actually voted to fire a mental health provider at a school when they found out that the mental health provider was they were not informing the parents when their children were receiving counseling and treatment by that mental health provider.
Mm.
Can you
Oh
believe
wow.
that shit? Like the
Well,
school
it's
board,
good to see them.
that's you could actually have a good school board. They actually voted them to be fired. They said
Wow,
no way.
that's
So
great. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's really good.
it
that needs
can
to
be
happen.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can be
we
done.
don't have
And
more of that, please.
Cobbix Tracks 9 says it's the Safety Act. That what it's called, Cobbix or Cobix? Did I pronounce that
Yeah, is
incorrect?
that what he's talking about in California?
Yeah, it's the Safety Act. I think that's what it's called.
The one about the kids being picked up or the parents being informed?
I think it's the informed one. The
Because wasn't that the whole thing that the teachers union out there or the school boards were trying to say that, oh well, if a child is going through some crisis, then their parents sometimes can be the worst people to tell. They won't get the support they need from their parents.
Bill
It's just
1955.
insane.
yeah, it's really
Yes,
crazy, especially when they're
it's
that young.
very
You know.
it's very important.
Yes.
Nina, you're absolutely correct. You need ethical school boards all around. Um, thanks, Kobix. I hope I pronounced that correct. Apologize if I didn't. Um,
Cob extract.
yeah,
Cob
Cobb.
extract.
known as
Cobb.
yeah, known as Cobb extract. There you go.
Like Cobb salad.
Yeah, law Scott is talking about is called the School Gender Identity Law in 2024. This law prevents school districts from about notifying parents about a student's gender identity to protect student privacy.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
because
insane,
your
man.
10-year-old should have privacy from you the parent, right? Right,
Yeah,
Reese?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like when they're 18, they can do whatever they want, but you know,
Yeah,
they're
listen,
still living under your house.
we've said that at length here on the show. What you do at from 18 on, okay,
Yeah, go for
regardless
it.
of whether we agree with your lifestyle, it does not matter. Okay, you're an adult at that point. You could do
Yeah.
whatever you want. Okay, we might advise against some of the crap, but you're gonna do what you want, and it's your life to do it, right? But when it comes to
Yeah.
children, we absolutely must, okay, protect them. We are called, for me, I say it all the time. For me, it's biblical. Okay, we are called, all right, to protect children, all right, and they are our future. And if we don't do things right by them, horrible, nefarious things happen. Look, 300,000 kids went missing under the last administration. Okay, just
Yeah.
from the immigration. And I think I saw something earlier in this week, or was it the end of last week, that the Trump administration found like 22,000 of them. That probably brings it up to close to 50. Still a lot of kids, missing. That's reported what we know, right? So that 300,000 number is what we know. We might not necessarily, that number to me is probably higher than that.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, especially with everyone crossing the border,
Yeah.
and yeah, Yeah, I've seen videos of like people. It's actually really sad, like where the kids are drugged out and they're like crossing the border and they're like, "Oh, this is my
Yeah,
child," but it's like a drugged out child,
yeah,
and it's like that's not your child.
yeah.
It's
They
really
hopped
sad.
them up on. Well, the Trump administration, the first Trump administration, was doing DNA tests. Okay, on
Hmm.
these adults, all right, to see if there was any relations and stuff like that. When they said, oh, we're so and so's parent, whatever, uncle, whatever, they were doing DNA tests to see if there's any kind of match and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And then that the Biden administration stopped that immediately. Okay, obviously we saw what they
yeah.
did. They swung the doors open for everybody, and we had 300,000 kids go missing in a short period of time. And again, that's only a number that we know that has been reported. I personally think that number is higher.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah. It's really sad. Actually, in Utah, they found two girls in the back of an ice truck. It actually, what happened was the wheel came off. Yeah.
Do we have somebody talking?
Oh, yeah. It was.
I think
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think
Yeah.
Ani came into the studio.
Uh, can
Um,
you hear?
yeah,
Yeah. Hello. Oh,
yeah, that just derailed
yeah.
me. So go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah. They found like an ice truck, and it actually, like, lucky the wheel came off, and
Hmm.
not lucky, but I mean, like, it got into a car accident, and then police found that there was two girls in the back in the freezer,
Oh my God.
and they were like trafficking them from like Provo to like, I think it was Salt Lake City.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
was it
jeez.
were they American traffickers, illegal traffickers? What
Um,
on the
I'm
trucks?
not, I'm not too, I'm not too sure who they were,
Because
but
it's
it
all
was like a
connected,
nice
right?
freak.
Like, it's not just the illegal traffickers. They
Yeah.
have connections here in the United
Yeah.
States, okay, in order to make this stuff happen.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was thrown off when you said ice truck. When you said ice truck, I was thinking like the back of like a immigration and
Like the
customs
feds.
van or something like that.
Oh yeah, ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ice.
That's what
No,
I thought. That's what I thought you
like an
meant. I was
actual
like,
ice
shit,
truck.
where is this story going? Holy shit! I mean,
Yeah.
not that I wouldn't believe that, some of them were behind some of that shit too. And especially when Biden was in charge, I wouldn't be so, I wouldn't put it past them that they were helping facilitate some of that shit. But
Oh yeah, I'm sure the
that's
cartel
just
might have
crazy.
paid them some money. Yeah.
I bet you they were. Yeah, they've fired border patrol agents for working with the cartels. Wouldn't be the first
Oh
time.
really? Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, they can pay off the federales. They can pay off border patrol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Federales, man. It's really simple to
Yeah,
pay them dudes
Mexico.
off. It's
Hmm.
really simple to pay them dudes off. Bro, and they're corrupt as hell, man. Well, I got a story I'm not gonna tell on the air. I'll tell it off the air with a federale. Down, what is going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I'll see you later tonight on Bourbon and Beer, bro. Um, I got a federale story. I'm not gonna put
Uh,
that over the air. I'll tell you that.
no, Tijuana.
I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, in TJ. It was definitely in TJ, man. The TJ was the
Wow.
spot in the 1990s, man.
Mm,
Uh,
mm. I
again,
don't even
I'll
want to.
get into
I'm
that.
scared. I am scared. Scared.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I will talk. I will tell you off air. It's not anything that can actually we should broadcast over the airwaves. Um, it was a definitely fight or flight moment, and fight took over. I'll just say leave it at that.
Wow.
uh,
As
but
long
yeah,
as it
this
didn't
it's
involve a Budo.
nah, definitely not. Definitely freaking. Definitely, what do you
How did
call it?
how did she get into the studio?
Huh? Say again?
Is she coming up? Is she coming? Do you hear that again? Is she coming in?
Yeah, I heard that. I
Yeah.
I don't understand. She just jumped in the studio.
Has
Yeah,
she have a link?
Oh, I think
yeah.
she
Well,
went off now.
she
I
has
don't
a
see her
link
picture no
from
more.
like an old link and stuff like that. But like I don't.
Oh,
Anyway,
she's like conserve.
yeah. Anyway, did you guys see this week finally? Okay, what we've been talking about with J6 about the almost 300 freaking feds that were in mixed into the crowd.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard
I
about that.
saw I saw that story today, but I didn't we know that already,
We
or did
knew
we
that,
just
bro. We
assume
were
it?
no, we
I
knew
thought
that.
they
We
announced.
talked
I
about that.
thought they announced. But I thought they
They just
officially
decided to
announced it
announce it.
before.
Yeah, they just decided to come out and say it. We knew that because we talked about it like since January 6th of this year when we started
Yeah.
bringing on the J6ers and whatnot. We were talking about that um, as part of the issue and stuff like that. And they just it finally came out that it was something like 270 something feds were
Yeah.
freaking in the crowd
Oh wow.
and stuff.
I
Yeah,
was thinking
we
not
knew
only
that.
did I know that, but for some reason it was the exact number that they mentioned. Was it like 320 or 325? I was like, that
I
was the
thought it's
exact number that I thought too. I was like that. I said I didn't just think that number in my head.
right. I saw 270 something, but that number could have gone up to three something. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, that
Probably.
definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, I saw a video. It was a long time ago. It was actually when it happened. The agents were getting dressed, or someone was getting. I don't know if it was agents. They were changing into caps and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, well, again, we knew about the feds. We knew about the feds back then. We called it again. Any of that got suppressed everywhere on Instagram. That
Hmm.
got suppressed on YouTube. No matter where you tried to talk about it, they made sure that they suppressed that information. But we've known about that forever. They even
Hmm.
had Ukrainian freaking special forces were hanging out. Don't ask me why. Okay, Ukrainian special forces needed to be there. I don't know who
Oh
invited
really?
them
Oh
and
wow.
stuff like that. Yeah. So like it's crazy. It was a lot of crazy
That's
stuff.
what I want to hear the
Um,
details about.
yeah, I want to hear the details on
Yeah.
that. I definitely want to know who the fuck brought them in. I like to
Hmm.
get to that and
Yep.
stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
There's got to be a story to that.
yeah. Um, this I'm getting distracted. It's starting to piss
maybe
me
she's
off
talking
actually.
about your suit.
Yeah, she's talking about Scott's suit. She
Oh.
wanted to see Scott in the suit, so Scott put it on, and he's sweating up a storm right now
I
for
am.
it.
I
Good. I didn't
we're
realize you
good.
were coming on the show.
No, I thought you were going
Uh,
to be in the audience. I thought you were just going to be watching.
Hi.
you can stay in the studio and at least listen, Ani. Yeah. So, yeah. Again, yeah. Patriot Front was a big thing too. They're running around the feds and stuff like that in their little outfits. I think they recently beat up some MAGA kid recently and stuff like that. They went to a vigil and people were calling them out, and some MAGA kid got stomped out by the Patriot Front.
Oh
Really?
really? Oh, that's
I did
horrible.
not. I
I
did not
haven't
hear
seen.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
yeah.
neither.
There was video. There was video on it, and stuff like that. Yeah, they stomped out some MAGA kid. Yeah, it's just wild. A lot of crazy shit that came out of J6. We had a bunch of J6ers on over the months, the first couple of months, starting in the year and whatnot. And it was, hearing their stories and hearing them with what do you call it, the issues they went through as they were locked up and stuff. It was just kind of sad to hear. A lot of them. Well, actually, one of them might be coming back on our. Jesus might be coming on with us, man,
Really?
on the 20th, brother. Yeah, I reached out to him,
Nice.
and he said that he might be able to. He says he has to do something with his son, but that he might be able to join us on the 20th.
Tell them on the 20th we're going to be wearing suits.
I'm not wearing a suit, bro. You're wearing a suit. I'm not wearing a suit, man. Okay, you can wear as many suits as you want, a different color. I am not wearing a suit, bro. In order for
You can
me to
crank
get
up
a
your
suit, I
AC.
have to go into my garage, into the bin, find what bin it's in, and then put it up, take it to the fucking cleaners. I'm not doing all of that.
You got 3 weeks, buddy. 3 weeks.
It's not happening, bro. If I don't have to put on the suit, I'm not putting it on. I do have to take it out at some point, but I had no need for it right now. But you look good in yours, man.
Yeah, you do. With the wine and everything.
Yeah, with the wine and the
With the
aviators and the hat, it goes perfect, man.
yeah.
That's gonna be
I
the
feel like
next picture. I'm just
feel, feel like I'm trying to be a cool golf announcer over here. With my hat on backwards.
yeah. Well, Reese has got hers on backwards too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's more
Nina
comfortable.
said to take the damn. Nina said take the damn jacket and tie off already. No need to be uncomfortable.
I'm trying to please the fans.
Yeah, it was asked of him, and he's
Has
coming.
a,
He came through.
what time
So
is it?
he
Oh
came
my
through with
god.
it.
Oh man, it's already been half an hour. Or excuse me, it's only been half an hour. My
Are you
god.
sweating
Yeah,
yet?
I'm starting to make some gravy over here, yeah.
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 Them, your pits must be fucking humming right now, bro.
And I got the funny thing is I literally have a fan like blowing full blast right on me right now, just trying to mitigate it and be like, it's not so bad. Just
Well,
pretending that I'm cool. And
you did your
the
duty,
wine
man.
isn't helping. The wine isn't helping either.
Of course not.
Oh
You
yeah.
start
Yeah.
feeling hot after when that
Um.
buzz starts hitting. You start feeling even hotter.
Oh yeah. Okay. Give me 1 minute.
He does that. It's cool. It's cool that he does that, right? Like Ani asked him to put a suit on because she saw him, I guess, on one of the shows. We had we had McKenna Blackman on and Daniel Silvis, and McKenna Blackman was she was an anchor for she's not with them anymore with OAN. Okay, and so like
Yeah.
he came in a freaking suit, all right, just to just to like be an anchor, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, being professional. I was like, you're an ass, but he does that to get a laugh out of people and stuff like that. So I appreciate that he does do that. Me, I'm not putting on a suit. If I don't have to put on a suit, I'm staying with my hat and my t-shirt and my glasses, and that's it.
Yeah. Just be comfortable.
Yeah, I'm staying comfortable. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you doing now, Reese? Now that you're in a red state, how do you feel now that you're liberated? All right, he's got
Much
the Red Friday family. Red
much.
Friday. Remember everyone
It's
deployed.
always a red Friday. Cheers again.
Now that you're in a red state, we won't say which one. How are things for you? What's the
It's going.
difference?
It's going good. It's safer. Um, my kids are able to um, go out in the neighborhood and play with their friends.
Mhm.
Um, in California, I wouldn't let him do that. I mean, I still keep an eye on them and stuff, but you know, they get to play more outside and not have to worry about anything. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get to carry. When we go out.
Isn't that
Cause it,
isn't that like a fantastic feeling?
yeah, yeah. Because in California, you're not. You have to be like
Mm-hmm.
the permits are really strict.
Yep.
Even just
They
to
make it
get
very
one.
Oh
hard.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
just to
make it
even get, you have to
extremely
wait
hard.
like 2 weeks, and then 10 round mags you're only allowed, and there's just so many restrictions.
Yeah.
But then the criminals get them.
Oh yeah, that doesn't stop the criminals. It's like the criminal element is going to get what they want and do what they want with theirs, right? It's like they don't care. No amount of gun laws have ever stopped any criminal from committing crime with a weapon. So especially a firearm. So it makes no sense. Yeah, it was night and day for me. I wasn't even here a month, and went to go just went in. I was actually looking at some fishing stuff and everything, and all the pew pews were in the back, and this whole big rack and everything like that. Just a big display of pew pews, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, Dad. My parents were with me, so I was like, hey, Dad, let's go over there. I'm gonna go over there and go check some stuff out. While he kept looking at the fishing stuff, and I found one that I was like, oh, this is perfect for me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. And literally, I went, filled out the paperwork that you're supposed to fill out online, by the way. I didn't even have to, like, it wasn't even written in, all on a screen, touch screen. I did it all. Okay. And within 15 minutes, it came back and they were like, and like two guys before me, he got denied. okay, and they had to like pull him to the side so they didn't embarrass him because they were very professional
Oh
about it
no.
and stuff like
Oh
that. And he
wow.
didn't get, I felt terrible. So like, me, I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh fuck, and then sure enough, like 5 minutes later, Mr. Soto. I was like, yeah, that's me. It's like, hey, let's go up to the cash register and check you out. I was like, yes. I was like, awesome. And then my mom, who was like
Wow.
a cop for 20 years in the South Bronx, she was like, I told you would be fine. Don't worry about it. Now that you got one, unless you commit a travesty, you should have no problem, okay, getting anything else. So I'm already working on the next the collection's gonna grow pretty fast here soon at some point.
Yeah. Well, which one do you
Very
want
cool.
next?
Well, I'm probably gonna get I got a sidearm. I want to get another one. I want to get like duty sized, just because I kind of want to train with it and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And then, but I am gonna get an AR platform. Um, they got some really nice ones, where I'm at and for very, very great prices. And I'm like, you know what? Including I can pay in installments. So I'm just like, yeah,
That's
I
how you
might
do
just
it.
go get one. But I gotta kind of
Yeah, why not?
I gotta figure out what kind of furniture I want to put on it and everything like that, and make sure that I get like, do I want what size do I want? Do I want like a full size one with like 16-inch, and then just kind of scope it out and then put a little red dot on the side and whatnot, and for close quarters, or do I want to do a little shorter and do a little Romeo and Juliet, set up on the top and whatnot with a little red dot with a magnifier and stuff. So we'll see. I got to figure it out. But it's just good to know that I'm in a state that I won't have a problem with doing that. And speaking of, like in Florida, okay, now it's complete open carry. It's awesome. It's actually been blasting on the news here, and I think it's
Oh
freaking
yeah,
awesome.
I've
Finally,
seen that. Yeah.
yeah, it's just been awesome. Like, I mean, I'm in an open carry state too, so it's just good to
I
see
am
that
too.
Florida
Yeah.
is,
Hmm.
because our CWP we get reciprocity in Florida, so I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice for CCWs too. You get
Yeah,
CCW. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
I recommend people doing it, right? Like, 36 states recognize my states. So like
Right.
it just makes sense to get one, even if you're in the open carry state, get one,
Yep.
okay? Just so that you can, if you want to drive across the border into another state, you have no problem. Obviously, you need to know the laws in the other state as well, so you don't get yourself hemmed up. But if it's you're driving into another free state, you're probably going to be fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and also for background checks too. They're quicker, and then also like there's no time limit because I think it's like 5 p.m. it closes, or is it 6 p.m.?
Mhm.
I forgot. But if you go into the store late at 9, they stay open till 9. You get to go in
Mhm.
with your CCW and just show it to them, and they won't.
Yes.
You're already cleared. So
Yes. Yes,
yeah.
that is the great thing about that is the great thing. My state too. If you have a if you have well, we call it a CWP, same thing, CCW. You just walk in and you don't have to worry about anything. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
states are like that.
So you
Chili
do it.
beans, don't worry about it. You got to practice with it. If you get one, you got to get practice with it, get familiar with it. Trust me, once you get your hands on one and you start actually, drilling it into how to, carry it, how to, pull it out from concealment and whatnot and actually fire it, it's like it becomes second nature to you. Trust me. It's just practice makes perfect. That's all.
Yeah.
Like in the military, we train like we fight. So like you gotta think that way too when you're training. It's not just going and just going to the range and just shooting up. Take classes and stuff like that, and actually how to. You can find classes anywhere on how to actually come into your house, okay, and do CQB. All right, and just learn how to actually freaking go through your house with your sidearm, just to make if you hear something going on, so that somebody's in your house, you can plug them before they plug you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
true. Then
nice.
also even for women too, they have like nice bags now
Absolutely.
that have like the pull down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
it's nice Velcro.
I absolutely recommend women,
I
listen,
am.
gun it's not just only about gun safety, but carrying is a Second Amendment must
Hmm.
apply to women, right? Because you guys find yourselves in way more terrible situations as we do, believe it or not. Okay. Because as men,
Hmm.
we go out of our way to just avoid shit because we know that violence is always around the corner for us. And when violence comes, it comes like full speed, man to man. Okay, we understand that. So I absolutely recommend, if you're a woman, please, please make sure you go ahead and get a concealed carry and train with it. Okay, go get
Hmm.
yourself, an EDC, everyday carry, some that you can carry every day with you and stuff like that. They have some fantastic weapons. Springfield makes the Springfield Hellcat. Okay,
Oh yeah,
it's a very
Hellcat Pro. Yeah.
yeah, I have a Hellcat Pro and it's fantastic. But the Hellcat in particular is perfect for women because of the size.
Yeah.
It's like perfect for women's hands. Like I mean I have 17 round magazines, so like it fits my hand perfectly. But
Hmm.
I have a Springfield Hellcat Pro. It's awesome. And one in the
Yeah.
chamber, absolutely correct. That is good. Yeah. Don't sit there and try to rack your shit. Okay, by the time you rack your shit, you already got murdered.
Yeah, that's true. It
Don't
only takes
rack
a
your
couple
shit.
seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the Glock
100%.
43X. That one's good
Especially if you
for
live in
like
one of
small
those.
Nice.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jilly Beans. It's that's what we're here for. I always
Especially if you live
recommend.
in.
I don't have the compensator on mine. Cobex. They didn't sell it with it. I wanted it though. I definitely wanted it. Um, but I got one. Mine's already got a red dot and a light on it. So, because I'm 52 years old, my vision isn't the same. But
Yeah.
it's got a nice little green dot on it. So like if my red dot goes out, I could just look at that. I could just look at through my iron sights, and get a sight picture and absolutely blast somebody if I need to. Yep.
That's why it's important that you're in a red state, though, because like, what's the
Correct.
rule in places like New Jersey? It's like if you're not allowed to open fire on somebody until they like penetrate the living room. Like, yeah, they have to find you in the basement, and then finally you're allowed to like open fire on them.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
you
it's like
can't you
behind a
can't
closed door. You have to be
yeah
behind
you
another
can't
closed door.
yeah you
Yeah.
can't you can't even shoot them if they're at the front door trying to break in. They have to like
Bro.
they have to breach and make it through like three rooms before with a knife out, but the knife half in you, and then you can unload on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ani, you're 100% correct. She says, she says, don't even fight back, just blast. She says, 100%, don't even fight back. They say, yeah, don't. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't fight back like in the sense that no, if you're gonna fight, fight. But like what I mean is like, yeah, don't fight back. If you're carrying, you don't even have to worry about that. Just two center mass and one a little
Hmm.
higher. Um, I didn't know about that. Really, Kobex. I'm gonna look into that, brother. Thank you for the info.
Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna actually look into that because
Oh
I
yeah,
can actually take
Canada too.
I
Did
can
you guys
I can
hear about
actually
that?
take mine and probably get that done. Thank you so much.
Oh, about the nonsense with the if someone's breaking into your house, they probably want your key fob. So leave it at the front door and let them take it, so you don't get arrested or you don't get hurt or anything like that.
Oh, okay, Annie, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Annie said that she says I meant the laws in these different places. Some of them say don't even fight back because if they sustain an injury, it's
Canada,
your fault. You're right, Annie. You're absolutely
Yeah.
Canada,
correct.
Canada,
No, no,
Canada's
Oh
one
yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
and,
Canada.
and
Yeah.
that's what you guys were talking about, right?
That province,
With
yeah,
Canada.
yeah. They literally said they've literally the whatever the premier or the chief of police said
Hmm.
the 90% of the reason they break into your home is because they want your car fob.
Oh, I
So
remember
just
that. You did, didn't you
leave your
post
car
something?
fob. I
You
did. I
posted
the
something
side by
Canada and
side.
Florida, right? Like you said, you
Yep.
had a sheriff in Florida and a
Oh yeah,
constable or
Sheriff
whatever the fuck
Grady.
he was.
Yeah, Sheriff Grady judge said our residents have guns. We encourage them to use their guns, and
Yeah.
if you try to break into them, they're gonna what do you call it? They're gonna blow you out of their home.
Jesus.
It's like, yep, that's
Bro,
what
Yeah,
I
that's
want.
true.
let's put.
The
How about
sheriffs in
this? Okay,
Florida are savage.
how about this, right? Like even like a lot of people probably don't know this, right? In Texas, at some point, even if you're a felon, you can get your gun rights back, right? In Texas, and you might not be. What they don't let you do is, and this is from just from my reading. If the laws have changed and somebody knows, please throw it in the chat. Um, Even a felon, okay, who's allowed to now get a weapon and place it in his home can kill somebody on their property. A prior felon, if they've had like I think it's like a 10-year grace window, and then you can get your gun rights back if you've had no other issues after your last felony, whatever, and you just never committed any more crimes. Obviously, you got to show in good faith that you just never committed any more crimes. You made a mistake in your life, and that's what it was. Okay, because there are people who've done that, right? And they get hit up with a felony that's like not even like a violent crime or anything, right? And they got to show and prove that there's some time has gone past. I've not committed any more crimes. But even in Texas, okay, they're like, yeah, even a prior felon who has the authority to at least have one. They can't carry, right? They're not allowed to carry, but what they are allowed to have it in their home. Okay, so they can protect themselves at least in their home. So like you can kill, you can smoke somebody on your property and stuff like that, and not have to worry about it. That is just a good thing about being in a free state. Because like uh, in YouTube, we're not advocating for violence. Okay, we're just saying protect yourself at all costs, and living in a free state helps.
Yeah, it really does. Compared to like California, it'd be scary. Someone comes in your house and then you're like, and then you shoot them, and then they're gonna make you look like the criminal.
Yeah.
And then like the victim. It's actually kind of sad,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
they are. They do that already.
Yeah.
I mean, every time someone defends themselves, was it the perpetrator's mom is on TV saying, "Oh, they didn't have to shoot my baby."
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's
When he
yeah.
was like
He
literally
was a
like
good boy.
19. Yeah, he didn't deserve to get shot. He's like literally like trying to stab the victim with a knife, and they just opened up on him.
Yeah.
And they do that with the police too. God forbid the police shoot somebody that's coming at them with a weapon, and then they just turn around and be like, "Oh, why do they have to shoot him?"
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, so frustrating.
Just use
yeah,
harsh language. That works.
Hmm.
yeah. Or a social worker.
Yeah, that's the
Those
thing
help.
that they were
Yeah,
during the
send the
defund the
social
police
worker
movement.
out.
Yeah, the defund the police movement. They wanna. We just need to hire more social workers to talk to people. Right? Good. Yeah, go ahead. Please go send in a social worker. I honestly want to see it in real time. Send in a social worker, and please make sure the cop has a body cam, okay, behind him filming the whole thing. I just want to see it. Okay, send the
Oh yeah.
cop and the social worker. Don't let the cop in. Let the social worker go in to the door. Let's see how that goes. Just hit play, press record, okay, and just turn that motherfucker on, all right, and just let it go. I want to see that video. I will play that shit over and over and over and probably laugh my ass off hysterically for people being absolutely asinine with these freaking decisions that they want to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Ani says that she's seen it. It doesn't work. It works for people having a bad day, not drugged or mentally ill. You're absolutely correct. What's going on, Cowgirl? Good to see you, honey. Bro, Cowgirl has become a ride
Does
or die with
anybody?
us, Scott.
She does. She has. You know what? Every time you have a Democrat, it's usually the Democrat that does it. But when a Democrat, is running for office and they're talking about gun control,
Yeah.
like they're still trying to do that here in Florida. They just passed the whole thing about the. Actually, they didn't pass anything. It was a judge that ruled that it was unconstitutional to not allow it. Um, but you have a Democrat saying we're gonna, we want common sense gun control. Does anybody ever ask them like publicly, how do you take the guns away from the criminals?
They get asked that all the time.
Because
They
do
don't have
they?
an answer for it.
Because
Yes, they
yeah,
get
well,
asked that all the time. They don't
I've
have an
never heard
answer
an
for it.
answer.
You will
Because
not get one.
the average law abiding gun owner that has a good standing license and everything like that, they're not risking their gun license or their ability to carry guns by just like acting foolish. Most of them
Right.
understand, no, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this
Correct.
right.
Right.
And by doing something stupid, it's usually whenever you see these things where like people, oh, these people were just firing errantly into crowds, or they were like those idiots that were firing into the building. Those weren't like legal gun owners.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
true. It's
you
like
can
it
have all
wasn't a
the
legal gun.
restrictions. Yeah, you can have all the restrictions you want. They got their guns through illegal means.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
you
Right.
can try to blame the gun companies, saying, "Oh, well, it's not their fault that guns are being sold on the black market." I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's
they have
true.
Oh,
nothing to do with that.
bro, the amount of actual, believe it or not, it's good that you said that, right? The amount of legal weapons that actually get stolen from gun owners, okay, is actually through the roof. That's a number
Mhm.
that's actually insane. So like,
Right.
you know, it's always why I recommend, having some sort of lock in your homes and stuff like that, lock up. So if whatever your collection is, you can lock that shit up. All right, because I like to see them try to drag out a fucking 500-pound safe. Right, it's not
Right.
gonna happen. Right, like it's just not gonna happen. You'll get tired by the time and make sure make sure you have. Listen, the best thing you can do is make sure you have cameras in your home. You don't even have to pay for a service. Okay, you can literally get cameras in your home and link it up to your smartphone now and not even have to worry about it. You can always see what's going on in your home, your backyards and everything. You don't have to go through a service and pay for it. Okay, a monitoring service and whatnot. So there's ways to. Born to travel, what is going on? Good to see you. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Just want to say we love you and we missed you. We did pray for you. Okay. And we're glad to see you back. So yeah, you got to harden your home.
Hmm.
Okay. You have to harden
Oh
your home.
yeah. Even
All
Ring.
right.
You
Yeah.
can go get Ring on Amazon and just like get the stick camera,
Yeah.
and it's battery powered, and you can like literally put
Yeah.
it anywhere, and
Yeah.
you don't
Right.
need a service for it unless you want to pay
Yeah.
for like the to see the
Yeah, you
playback.
can you
But
can you can you can absolutely.
Oh, for security.
Jonathan
Yeah.
says Jonathan, he's not only our resident commie killer, okay, he is our resident freaking tech guy. All right, he just said that. He says making a home security camera server with recording capabilities isn't hard and not expensive. It's true,
Hmm.
and a guy like Jonathan knows exactly how to do that.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
There is no reason why you shouldn't harden your home and stuff like that. And just, you gotta protect your family. It's important. And not only just your loved ones, right? Like you gotta protect the people that come to your house, right? That are visiting. You want to make sure that they're safe too, and stuff like that. It's why I recommend to people at some point, if you can, if this market ever settles down, buy some damn land, okay, and do what it is that you have to do, okay, to set your shit up. First thing I'm gonna do in the free state, if the market, I've been waiting for the market, hopefully to freaking, you know, kind of settle down a little bit, and then I've been that's what I've been doing like all week, looking at land in my area. It's like I want to get a home with some land on it. Want to put a nice little range on it, but I also want to. There's some other shit I want to do so that if you make the mistake on coming on my property, you're probably gonna have a bad day.
Put
yeah,
booby
you can get
trap
like
in there
little
too.
chickens. Oh yeah, booby traps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, get a nice moat. If you have some land around you, get a nice moat. With
Throw some
fake
throw
grass.
some gators, throw some gators
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
You got
Make
a
your own little
gator in your
alligator
front lawn.
Alcatraz.
People won't come trying to creep on your home.
No, they damn sure won't. They damn sure won't. Absolutely. Hey
No.
fam, do me a favor, hit that like button. Helps us with the algorithm on Rumble and on YouTube, but we're mainly on Rumble because LoopTube can actually go scratch. We don't care. But yeah, if you're watching on Rumble, please hit that like, hit that follow, hit the subscribe, and let's keep going. But yes, Born to Travel, we definitely prayed for you, so we just wanted to let you know that we were thinking about you. Um, Nina put in a prayer request in a Discord, and we made sure we took care of that immediately.
Sweet.
Oh, wow, man, because we're already listening. Look, we're talking about pews and everything, and it's only been an hour has already gone by.
Hmm.
Man,
I gotta tell
I'm
you,
almost
it feels amazing too. By the way.
what to be out of the suit.
Yeah.
Told you, man.
Amazing.
You feel cooler?
Cool.
Listen, I
Night
will
and
say
day.
this though. I will say this, Scott.
Ah.
You did your duty, right? You were asked to be seen in a
Mm.
suit, and you did it. So, like, respect on that, man. You know, Ani wanted to see you in a suit. Ani,
And
I love you, but
and
you're
on
never gonna see me in a suit. It would have to be.
and on
It
a
would have to
Friday
be
night.
on a Friday night at that.
Ani, don't give up. If you're out there listening, don't give up on that. I think we can get Eric in the suit. We gotta just
Not gonna
figure it.
happen.
We gotta figure out a way. We gotta do it either by nefarious means, like we make him lose a bet, or we'll just have
Yeah,
to open up a
I just
kitty and see how many donations we can get, and to get him to wear a suit.
uh, I got listen, if the channel on Rumble, okay, I'll just say if the channel on Rumble, okay, within the next year, okay, hits 1,000, I will come on here with a suit the whole show, and I won't take it off.
You heard that, everybody. We're gonna
Okay,
clip that
including
clip. We're
including
gonna
I will
crop
take my
that.
hat off. I will take my hat off and be without the hat and be in a suit and be all professional. Okay, at least a shirt and tie.
Oh, wow, that's it
Gotta
right
get you
there.
guys.
We hit 1,000. We hit 1,000. I will absolutely do it. There you go, guys. All right, that's the only way. Because then I could at least celebrate a little bit. And be like, shit, man, our hard work paid off. Speaking of, okay, on the 20th of October, all right, Scott and I will have our 1 year anniversary. Okay, of us doing this shit together. Um,
Mhm.
we're lining up some
Oh,
people to come on the
congrats.
show. Yeah, we're lining up some people to come up on the show and whatnot, hang with us. It's going to be absolute free for all and complete chaos, most likely, and a shit show. But we're here for it because, like, we just like we just like to have a good time on the show. And next month, guys, is completely booked. Okay, we told you in August that September was booked. We didn't even get halfway through September, and Scott and I got freaking October booked.
Uh, how about that shit?
So yeah, it's just amazing. And we're already,
Oh, it's
just so
really
you guys
good.
know, we already got somebody already on in November. So we're already working on November. We haven't even hit October.
Hmm. Pretty sweet.
That's really good, you guys.
It is. And it's all because of
Yeah.
you guys that tune in and chill with us every freaking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know? So like it's we come on here and we do this even when like there are days that we don't want to. Trust me, fam. Okay, there are days that both Scott and I just like we need a break, but we do it anyway because we just want to bring you the news, bring you our guests, and just introduce our guests to you guys. Someone
Today
like
was one.
Reese, who's yeah, today was definitely one of those days.
Today was one of those. I could have. I would if we didn't have this. I told someone earlier. I said if I didn't have the podcast tonight, I probably would have been in bed like at 6. I would have been out because I was so just tired and sore. But I was
Dude,
like, no, just gotta stay awake somehow.
I
Gotta do
I
it,
I
man.
just like I was feeling like that too, and then like I almost didn't work out, and I went and worked out, and I just got crushed in my workout. Came home, took a shower. I was like, all right, it's time to just get this. We got to get this done, because we're here for them, right? Like our people show up for us every Monday and
Hmm.
Wednesday and Friday night, and now on Saturdays, guys. Don't forget tomorrow's the Salty Dog Show with me and the Real Tomly Booze, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's only on Rumble though. It's not on LoopTube. And just to give you all a heads up, Scott and I have been talking, and I've been telling him, I'm gearing you guys up to come next year. We are mainly going to be on Rumble, and we're probably just going to do clips and stuff like that and put those on YouTube. We're just gonna really push hard on Rumble because Rumble is kind of where it's happening for us, and
Hmm.
LoopTube keeps us on ice. And even though Google came out this week and admitted, all right, that they, what do you call it, have suppressed and censored conservatives for quite some time now under the duress of the Biden administration, quotes duress because of it. They're full of shit. They did it because they wanted to. All right. And they
Hmm.
continue to do it too. So they reinstated Alex Jones, by the way. I think he got
Oh, I
back, and
saw
I
that.
But
think
didn't they take him down already?
no, I think he's back. I think he's back up. I don't think they took him down. I think people were saying he got taken back down, but he's still up. Uh, he may have.
Oh,
Who
okay.
knows, right? Because like they say one thing, and then Jonathan, is Alex Jones still up? Hang on, let's check. Let's see if we can find Alex Jones' page.
I saw that on Instagram, and then someone in the messages said, "Oh no, he's still up." And I guess someone checked, but I don't know.
I
Oh,
thought so too. Like I thought was like, nah, he's still there. Um, Alex Jones TV. Yeah, this is a short that's new.
is that his main account?
Yeah, I'm gonna see right now. Uh, his main account is back up. He's got some from
Okay,
2 days ago. He's got one day ago too.
excellent.
So Alex, and let
Oh,
me make
good.
sure I subscribe. Alex Jones is back up
I
on
always watch
YouTube,
him on
fam.
X.
Yeah. I just
That's good
did they
because
just did
YouTube is
they
full
just
of shit.
Yeah, Google's Jonathan says Google also rebanned Alex Jones, Milo, and Fuentes. I just looked at his page, and his page looks
That's
like it's
I
still up.
posted that
Yeah,
yesterday because it was down, but if you're saying it's up now, then maybe it got put back up.
yeah. He had a what do you call it? He had um yeah. I guess he did a video with Nick Fuentes yesterday and whatnot. I just
Or
looked at the video. It said 1 day ago. But it wouldn't
yeah,
surprise me if like if they fucking shut him down again. You can't trust Google. Google's so full of shit. The
no.
dude, okay, the CEO of freaking Google was at the damn inauguration with the president, okay? And
Hmm.
on that
Yeah.
day, his company took everybody down who was broadcasting the inauguration. Didn't make a difference the
Oh.
size of the channel. Okay, everybody, we all got
Hmm.
taken down. Like Scott and I were here, we're like, "What the fuck?" Like we're talking,
Yeah,
and
what
then
just
our
happened?
moderator Jonathan's like, "Just want to let you guys know, you guys we got taken down."
Oh my
and
gosh.
then he went and checked
That's
everybody
horrible.
else, and like, there's only a few people who were able to stay up, but they literally just wiped us all clean. Fortunately, we have the Rumble account, and we hadn't actually used it. And I got us up and running in like 5 minutes. But that was the day we decided from that day on, we're just gonna make sure every fucking show is gonna be on Rumble. Because if they ever shut us down again, we want to make sure, okay, that we're still alive somewhere. Let's
Yeah.
see. Hang on. Jonathan put an article in the Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes taken off YouTube hours after rejoining despite MAGA reinstatement hopes. And this was yesterday
Right,
at 4:30.
but you're
Or
saying
maybe
you
they
can
keep
see them
putting him
now.
back up.
Yeah.
Probably some tech is taking them down.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I looked at his page and his page is still up. So like his page is still there.
Maybe
They
people are
usually when
recording
they
him and then they get taken down again.
like they always do with us. You know that these fucking pussies,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah.
can't take it and they just run around and they just report everybody and stuff like that because they're a bunch of fucking fags. Okay, and they can't deal with it, right? And they get
Yeah.
us all freaking
I
banned
wonder
or
what
they
the
get us
reason was.
freaking put in a timeout.
I wonder what the reason was this time. Was it just the Charlie Kirk talk?
Could have been because that's what they were talking about, Charlie Kirk yesterday.
That's all they've been talking about the last like week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who's behind it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I wonder if that's what got him banned.
Hey, Blondie,
Crazy.
what's going on, honey? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, because like I know that they're in the rabbit holes. A lot of these people are stuck in the rabbit hole and stuff like that around Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of stuff on X
They
going
jumped
down
in
the
that
rabbit
the
hole.
man wasn't even buried yet, and they were already on it.
Yeah. Like doing slow
Crazy.
mos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody who watches the channel knows where me and Scott are at with that. So yeah, listen, it's
Oh.
not like Scott and I. It's not like Scott and I don't fucking go down rabbit holes. Okay, him and I have gone down plenty of them together. Okay, all right, but we don't get stuck in them. That is the problem. Is that some people get stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, and they can't come out for air and stuff like that. And listen, it's not that some of these rabbit
Yeah.
holes don't prove to be true. Plenty of them have. Okay, right? Like we know what's the thing, right? 6 months from now, something that's a conspiracy theory now ends up being true 6 months from now. That has been like the
Hmm.
the thing that has gone on for quite some time now. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I went down
I
some
think
of the
there's too
rabbit
many
holes.
though,
Yeah, it gets
and you just don't know
convoluted.
which one, and then you can become obsessive thinking about it,
Yeah,
and saying, "Oh, was that the shooter? Was that not the shooter? Someone else was running," and it's
yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
Yeah.
It ends up taking over your thought process, right? And then like
Yeah.
listen, certain people the freaking have been grifting off of that. Okay, since his assassination, and it's sad. Okay, to me, it's just
Yeah.
sad to look at it. It's like it doesn't make me mad. It just saddens me that it's like, can we just put the man to rest for a little bit? Can we let the man
Yeah.
rest? You know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice if we could just freaking what do you call it? We can put the man to rest for a little bit. Again, it's not like we don't tell people not to look at shit and not to take their eyes off of what's going on and stuff like that. But it's just insane.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen like lots of rabbit holes on X, and I'm like, okay, I probably should stop looking at this now, because then it makes you like. It also, I don't know. It kind of like is like, well, then you're thinking about that and not thinking about like Charlie Kirk himself and
Yeah.
like his legacy and
Mhm.
everything, and
Sure.
it's yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Right. His whole legacy, okay, is essentially not with us, okay, but with a lot of people, all right, it's just going to the wayside and stuff like that. I'm not going to
Mhm.
remember him like that. I'm going to remember him for all the hard work he did. I'm going to remember him living his life through scripture, okay, and
yeah.
the amount of people he touched, okay, in one form of or another, right? Just because I don't want to tell you how many people he changed their minds about things, okay,
All the
and
time.
like they just all the time
Yeah.
he was changing these, in particular the younger generation, okay, they resonated with him, as we saw after his assassination. His views and his following went through the roof after he passed on all his social medias, and people who were lied to for years, okay, by their indoctrinators, telling them that no, this guy's a Nazi, he's a racist, when they went and seen his word by themselves, okay, without being pressured not to, okay, they realize that wow, these people have been full of shit for a very long time, and I didn't even realize that. Right? How many videos did you see in that first week before a week went by of people saying they're walking away from the left? How many did you see on social media? I saw quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, so many. And also they cherry pick his verses, like they cherry pick the Bible verses also.
Yeah.
They do a lot of cherry picking, and then they don't finish the whole thing of what it says, of like what
Mhm.
he was saying. They
Right.
just cut him off, and it's like, well, you have to watch the
Correct.
whole video to get the whole context of the whole thing,
Yes.
what he was saying.
And that's what was happening. Okay, as people were
Yeah,
watching his full context. Okay, it's like, well, I saw a clip. They played a clip for me, and it sounds a certain way, but when you actually listen to the whole thing, the context changes completely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people are leaving the Democratic Party right now. They're seeing like, especially like with all the whole laughing too. They were
Yeah,
laughing and like doing all these
I hope
videos, and people are
so, but
like,
I don't trust it.
"That's
yeah.
yeah, who knows?"
It,
I
it
want to.
remains to
I
be
want to
seen.
believe it, but
Yeah,
you know.
It I'll believe it if it pans out in these next couple of elections. Then I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh
If
shit. Then there's a part of me that believes that Charlie's assassination had a profound effect on people, okay, that have changed their mind about things. All right. And I think he has affected people, but he affected people in
Mhm.
real time, right? We didn't even
He
see
did.
the amount of kids that he actually affected, positively, and probably changed their lives, okay, for the better, just for them listening to him and him giving them a platform to talk to him, right? Like he would get spit at, he would get assaulted. He never changed his move on how he moved, okay? Never changed it,
yeah,
right? Other than,
yeah,
obviously security and stuff like that, but like he never changed the way he moved. And that's one thing we have to continue to appreciate about him. And that's why I think he's had a profound effect. The turnout, right? We had somebody on Monday who went to the vigil in Arizona, okay, his memorial and stuff like that. The turnout was insane. They
yeah,
had to fill up another stadium, okay, as the
Yeah.
as the after as the overflow in another stadium so that they could watch it.
yeah. That's a lot of people, and also he was very respectful to the people that he was talking to. Like we can agree to disagree. We can just talk about it. He always wanted open dialogue.
Mhm. Yeah. His
Yeah,
approach was really good.
He gave them a platform, right? Like he gave them a platform. All he wanted to do was
yeah,
talk to people. That was his main message. Again, he lived through
Mhm.
scripture, but his main message was to have open debate again, right? Because we're so divided. I'm not a Charlie Kirk. Okay, I'm not. I'm gonna be 52 years old. I will never be like Charlie. I appreciate him very much because I am stuck in my ways forever now, especially after his loss. I will give no quarter to the left. Okay, they get blocked. They come in to troll. I don't even waste my time with them. I don't want to dialogue with them. I don't want to coexist with them. I don't. Okay, they don't want to coexist with me. I mean, they not only did they murk him, they shot up ABC. Okay, because freaking they
oh
took
yeah, I
Jimmy
saw
Kimmel
that.
off the air. All right, so they continue to do things.
Yeah,
They shot up an ICE facility, and they didn't even hit ICE agents.
yeah.
They killed what do you call it? Illegals is what they did.
Oh,
All right, so they missed the mark on
yeah,
everything. They just keep showing how violent they are. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to associate with that. That's me. But I do
yeah,
respect people who want to continue that dialogue. I respect it. Okay? You have to
yeah,
because regardless of how I feel, it still has to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the assassination attempts against Trump too. You know, it's like it's always becoming violence. You know.
Yeah, and they shot up a Catholic school. Another
Yeah.
transformer shot up a Catholic school, right? All right,
Yeah.
this transformer mob that's going around. Okay, it's a real thing. All right, they got magazines and all kinds of stuff. You know, armed. It's called trannies armed or some shit like that. I don't know what it's called. I'm probably getting it wrong. I'm glad I'm getting it wrong. But yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right, it's they already have mental issues and they're talking about violent things. Right? They're saying it's to protect
Yeah.
themselves, but none of us are going after them. We could care less how they live their lives. Right? We know it's
Yeah.
wrong. Okay, we know that we want to protect our kids from it and stuff like that, but we could give a rat's
Yeah.
ass how they live their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Nina, they
also the
did shoot up another
bathrooms.
school. Yeah, Nina's right. They shot up another school that same day.
Oh,
Again,
really?
yeah, in Colorado.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yes, in Colorado. On the day
Oh, is that when?
that
Oh, Charlie Kirk died.
yes, the
Yep.
day that Charlie Kirk got assassinated, they shot up a school in Colorado and the naval
Oh.
base. Thank you, Conserve Reality. I forgot about that. They shot up a naval base too.
They just shot fires at
Annapolis,
Oh, I
the.
forget.
They
the
just shot
academy.
fires at the. They just shot at the ABC studios the other day when they
Correct.
took him
Yeah.
along.
Yeah, when they took
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel off, okay, Disney caved to the mob once again, like they always do, because they got
Yeah,
shot
they
up.
always do.
Their ABC affiliate got shot up. It's
Yeah.
not us doing it,
Hmm.
okay? It's not us, all right? Because listen, I'm gonna say this on the air. We are not me and Scott. We get called the far right all the time. Scott and I are not even remotely far right, okay? We're just trying to get this country back to the fucking center. If these people actually understood what the far right really looks like in this country, and if they actually decided to step in and do things the way they can get down and do, it'd be fucking pandemonium in the streets. Okay, thank
Oh,
the
yeah.
heavens the far right has not acted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they call just like normal people and who are just have conservative values, traditional values.
Correct.
They call them the far right, and it's
Right.
like we're not far
Anybody.
right.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
if you're a
know.
Christian, you're a
Anybody's.
Christian nationalist. Don't even know what the fuck that
Yeah,
means, but
Christian
that's what we are.
nationalists. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Jonathan says there have been 3 anti-IS attacks this month along Chicago. Antifa is attacking an ICE facility as we see. Speaking of Antifa, they're fucking them and the jihadis are going nuts in Italy right now.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're like in the
Eh,
streets.
yeah.
Well, they're going
They're-
crazy because Italy didn't want to recognize Palestine.
correct. So they
Yeah,
went fucking
They
ape
announced.
shit and they
They
just
announced that.
listen. You're right. Anything right of Stalin is considered far right. Simply, it's just what it
Mm.
is. Okay, anything right of Stalin is far right. It's insane. It's absolute insanity. Okay, and again, they don't
Hmm.
understand there is a far right element in this country. Okay, there is, right, but they stand back and they're pretty cool and calm and collective about shit. Just just adding hashes on their whiteboard, okay, is what they're doing, and they don't want the actual far right to react in this country. It'd be absolute pandemonium. It wouldn't be nice. It just wouldn't be a nice day. Um, you know, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But they
yeah. I think
continue to
we're
do
very
their things.
divisive now. Yeah, between the left and the right.
It's
It's just
divided. It's
yeah, very
completely
divided.
divided. It's what
Yeah,
what people have to understand. It's the authoritarian left. Okay, they don't want to coexist with us. They want complete control, and they want to
Yeah.
absolutely squash us, squash our speech, squash our way of life. They want to completely destroy churches in this country and get people. They've already did a fantastic job over the last like 100+ years of getting religion out of a lot of things. Okay, and they've took God out of a lot of houses and stuff like that. They've broken up the
yeah,
nuclear family. They have destroyed wealth in this nation and stuff like, and the ability to actually obtain wealth, okay, in this nation. They have been at it for over 100 years. They played a long game. Scott and I talk about it all the time, trying to tell people that we have to play with the same fucking rules, okay, that are in place before we can even change them. We got to get to a position where we can actually change the rules to make things normal again. But unless we think like that, some people want to go scorch earth, but that's not going to work.
yeah. I agree. Before we actually went on the air, I saw Tim Waltz. Did you see that video where he was saying that he's like, oh, Minnesotans we wanna get rid of. He was talking about getting rid of ARs and like high capacity magazines. He was talking about it. Yeah, I can't find. I don't remember where the video is, but it was
Doesn't
on
surprise
Instagram.
me.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Not
surprise me.
his, not the leftists that live there. They don't want to get rid of those.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's that doesn't surprise me. That absolutely does not surprise me at all. Okay. He's an
More
absolute
than ever,
boob.
you gotta fucking live in the right state, man.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Seriously. I mean, there's enough red states out there to live in.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like there's only a handful, but
Yeah,
it's just more and more.
Free states,
I don't
Scott.
know.
There's we got way more free states, okay, than we have
We do.
fucking. We do. It's just listen. I respect people who want to stick in their state and fight. We have plenty. We have plenty. Scott and I have plenty of friends of this show that are fighting in places like California and in New York City, right? And we respect them
yeah,
100% for that fight, right? Because they are fighting for their homes, and we get it and we understand. Me, leaving New York was not even it wasn't even I didn't even bat an eyelash. Like it was the time had come, life circumstances kind of forced the issue, and it was like, yep, time to go. And I just picked a free state
Yeah.
close to my family and was like, I'm going. I'm gone. All my family's left New York anyway, so it's like we don't even belong there anymore. We have
Yeah.
really no ties to New York anymore. So I was like, it's time to go, and I'm very happy where I'm at.
that's good. How long have you been in the red state?
Almost a year now.
Oh,
In
good,
December of
good.
this year,
Yeah,
it'll be a year. And I wouldn't change a damn thing. It's just been fantastic. Again, like my experience of picking up a weapon, okay, and for everyday carry was awesome. I live in an open carry state, okay, and it was just awesome. And if you live in an open carry state, just remember there are still rules in the open carry state, okay? Pay
Mhm.
attention, learn the rules. If someone has the proper sign on their freaking business, you can't take your weapon in there. You still can't go to schools. You still can't go to freaking government buildings and stuff like that. All right.
Mhm.
So just
yeah.
make sure you know the rules, even in your open carry state. And for Christ's sake, please get a concealed weapon carry freaking permit,
Permit.
even in the open
Yeah,
carry, because your state probably has reciprocity in like, again, my state has reciprocity in like 36 other states. So it makes no sense for me not to have it. I can actually freaking carry in all of these states. And the way I drive and stuff like that into these states, it's just they're all connected to me pretty much. I've already figured out the routes on how if I needed to get to the west, okay, and I wanted to take a drive to the west, I know exactly how to do it so that I don't have any problems. And never touch
yeah,
California because they would freaking arrest me in a heartbeat.
yeah. I think you have to have it
That's
locked
great.
in the trunk, and yeah, you can't be having
And
it on you.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the bullets have to be 100 yards away or something.
yeah, like locked in a separate
So,
area. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
how strict they
locked with like
are.
a
yeah. You
passcode
gotta
and
have.
just. But
You gotta
you
have
could
it with
use it if
you
you're.
gotta have it with a biometric lock in your fucking trunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if it's life
like
or
what's that
death, you
gonna
can
do?
still use it. We're not telling you can't use it to defend yourself. You just have
Right.
to
Yeah,
have it, so it takes about 25 minutes to just unlock it. That's all.
Yeah,
yeah,
we want to make sure that you get murdered, raped, or whatever it is first before you actually can use your weapon. Yeah, we
yeah,
just want to make sure. Yeah, because if you get murdered, you'll never be able to use your weapon. But if God forbid, you get
Mhm.
assaulted and you're trying to get to it, yeah,
yeah,
and like Kobik said earlier, one in the chamber, fam. Okay,
Mhm.
don't please do not try to rack your. If you have to rack your weapon, you're wrong. You're absolutely
yeah.
100% wrong. Okay,
Yep.
you're not doing it right. Someone told me that, and I was like, I'm never. I was like, what are you nuts? I was like, I'll never. I'll always have one in the chamber. I was like, yeah, that's not just happening. That's not happening. And with the Hellcat Pro with the trigger safety and stuff like that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it has the trigger
yeah,
safety. Yeah,
yeah, it's nice and easy to it's a nice pull on it, and those rounds come out a lot faster than having to dick around with racking around. That's insane. That's just absolute insanity. You know, but
well, because
I'm
by the
definitely
time you
working on
take
the
it
collection.
out and rack it, and then it's already something already
Yeah,
happened to you. pretty
Yeah,
much.
you're done. You're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You got
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got stabbed
It's
in the
too late.
chest. Okay, you got stabbed in the chest
Yeah.
as you were reaching for your shit. Okay, and then when you went to rack it, right? Because the initial hesitation when they see it would be like, but then when as you're racking it, they're like, wait a minute, and then their head readjusts. Okay, and next thing you know, you got a bolo knife through your fucking heart.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's insane. Right on, Jonathan. Jonathan says his Khalil has one in the chamber. His 365 has one. His Benelli has one. Absolutely. That's the way you got to be. You got to roll that way. Okay. Listen, this is my only advice. It's not violence. Okay. Because I'm not preaching any kind of violence to anybody. Be a peaceful man or woman. Okay. Capable of unreasonable violence. You have to be. You have to have that mindset, okay, to be capable of the most nastiest things possible to not only protect yourself, but to protect your loved ones, okay, and the people you care about. You can be very peaceful in your life, and if you 99% of the time, you're probably not going to have anything. It's that 1% where you got to make sure people understand, okay, that they came, they knocked on the wrong door that day.
Yeah.
They came into the wrong circle of it's not a circle of life anymore. They walked into the wrong
It's
circle.
not.
Yeah.
It's absolute bananas. So what do you got going on, Truthful Reese, in your free state?
um. Not much. Not much. Yeah. I homeschool my kids, so I've been kind of busy with that, with the whole
Hmm.
homeschooling stuff.
How's that
Yeah.
going? We had a candidate who was running in Hawaii that has a homeschool thing. So how's that going for you?
It's going good. Yeah. I homeschooled my eldest when we were in California, because
Oh.
actually yeah, what happened was during COVID, he actually had they had to wear the masks, and
Yeah.
then yeah, he got like a rash all over his face,
Oh God.
and then he had like got an infection, and then I asked the principal, and I said, well, first I asked the doctor and said, can you write a note? And he goes, no, we can't write him a note. So he couldn't wear a mask at school and just like a face shield because everyone else was wearing a
Mm.
mask, right? Yeah, and then he goes, no, I can't write that note for you. So I went to the principal and asked her, and she goes, no, no. And then like if you don't send your kid to school so many days in a row in California,
Yeah, they
um,
send the
yeah,
truancy.
yeah, they send that's what they do. Yeah, so I had to pull them out and homeschool them and stuff, and they make it really hard to homeschool in California. You have to like start
Yeah.
your own school, but
Yeah.
where I live, it's really easy. Yeah, so I just I had him go here for a while, and then I was like, no, I'll just homeschool him. So
Well, how was the school where you were at? Just curious before you decided to go
um,
back to homeschooling.
it was good actually. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, it's I just I think he does better with homeschooling.
Right. It's probably because he's
Yeah,
used to it already at this point.
yeah, and he learns quicker. Yeah, it's just
Huh? Oh,
it takes very quick, like 2 hours.
what are the rules where you're at? Okay, as far as like, because there are rules with homeschooling and stuff like that, with letting kids play sports and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he can go do that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he plays sports. Yeah, but not like with the school, like private clubs.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know what I'm
Well,
gonna do
some
when my
places,
other kids go
some
to
yeah,
school.
some
But
places let the kids. Some states let their kids actually, even if they're being homeschooled, for instance, on the high school level, they let them play high school sports.
yeah, I think they do that where I'm at. I've seen it
Oh,
where
that's
like
good.
other kids you can like go to another school and play sports when you're at
Hmm.
a different school.
Right.
So I'm assuming they would do
Yeah.
that for like
Yeah, you
homeschools
should
too.
look into. I mean, I don't know what level your son is at, but you should look into that in case the sports that he wants to play. If he's playing with a private club, at some point, you know, they kind of age out of those clubs and stuff like that. Um, you should definitely see about the next level for them because you want to keep the sports good. Sports is so important with
Yeah,
kids. It just really is. They learn a lot, regardless of the sport. They learn a lot, especially if they have the right
yeah,
coaching and stuff like that. That actually instill morals and not just the sport, but they're trying to teach them how to live their lives every day and whatnot. It's the one
yeah,
thing I do. I
and like
miss I
team
miss
commerce.
coaching.
Oh,
Yeah,
you used
I miss
where'd you
coaching.
coach?
Huh?
What did you used to coach?
I coached football and I coached track and field.
Oh, that's really cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Track and field.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you have to run with them too, or no? Did you just?
I did some workouts with him, but like not all the time. Yeah, not
That's
all the
Oh, that's
funny.
time.
good.
Like I did when we were doing like if any kind of road work with track and field and stuff like that, because I mean I worked with sprinters and the middle distance and distance guys would come, like the coaches would send them to me and stuff like that to work certain drills occasionally, and then they would move on to the middle distance and long distance stuff. But um, if like my sprinters were going to go on the road for anything, I would get on the road with them and stuff like that, um, because we used to make them. The head coach used to make sure that that the sprinters had to do some long distance work and stuff like that too. It's more for endurance than anything. They didn't have to do it often, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would get on the road with them.
I'm just
Oh, that's
picturing
really
you
cool.
now standing in the back of the pickup truck with your megaphone. Come on, guys, move it.
and,
Take a shot.
and the fun thing
Let's
is
push
Teach
it.
the
those
fun
golf
100%.
thing
cart.
is
100%.
the fun thing is I got to coach my little brother in his senior year of high
Hmm.
school. It was fantastic. It was
Oh,
absolutely
that's so
fantastic.
cool.
It was just like I got to coach both the winter and the spring season. So like in the winter they run indoors, and then the spring obviously outdoors, and I got to see him progress his senior year into this magnificent runner. It was incredible. He
It wasn't fun for
destroyed all
him
my
though.
he destroyed all my times and stuff like that. And I was happy. I was like so ecstatic watching him do it. And then every time
Oh,
he had like a personal best and stuff like that, it was just fantastic. And he suffered 2 years in high school with like because he played football and stuff like that. He stopped playing football and just ran track, but he had a hip injury in football that kind of hurt him for like 2 years of running and stuff. And he also ran cross country. So he was finally healed his senior year, like really truly healed, and he was able to. And he was still progressing, but like his senior year was like insane. And I got to watch that and coach him. It was pretty awesome.
oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. I miss it. Coaching is it's a good thing. It's good for, again, if you're a moral person and you're trying to just educate kids on not only the sport but life in general. It's just fun, and football was all kinds of fun. Absolutely, it was just it was great. A lot of funny moments in football. Same thing with track. A lot of funny moments, but football was absolutely hysterical a lot of times.
That's
I
really
did
cool.
track.
Yeah.
I did track and field throughout high school.
Yeah. What'd you run, Scott? What were your events?
I mean, I wasn't great. I'll
No,
tell
but
you
what were
that.
your events? No, just what were your
I
events?
did.
What'd you run?
Well, they kept moving me around because I couldn't find anything that I was great at. So
Hmm.
I did the 200. I did the 400. I did the 330 fucking hurdles, which I hated. And one year
Yeah.
I actually did the discus one year.
Oh shit. They even had you do some field events?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't do any
the only
field
dude out.
events.
I was a dude out there with no upper body strength, and yet I had the technique down. I could do it okay, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
was
most I ever
never
ran,
like,
the furthest distance I ever ran was a 600 in the indoors season. Other
yeah,
than that, it was indoors. It was the quarter, the 300. It was the 4x4, the 300, the 55, and
mhm,
the 4x2. And then in the spring it was the 1, 2. Every now and then the open four. And
yeah,
then but it was the 4x1 and the 4x2. Mainly the one and
yeah.
two. Like I said, every now and then if we needed points and
Those are
stuff like that, because
those
my
are the only
senior year
points
we
I ever
actually won.
scored.
Yeah, my senior year we were actually county and league champs and stuff like that. So like my coach would throw me in. He threw me in some other events to help out that I had never really ran
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And I just fucking dogged it out.
the only points I ever scored was doing the relays. Like I did some 4x1s and some 4x4s, and
Hmm.
uh, and I was always the weakest link,
Yeah,
but the other
me
guys
too.
around me were strong enough. I just kind of held my own.
Yeah,
I didn't like lose us any ground. I just kind of maintained the ground. So it was like good
yeah.
enough, and they didn't
I
care as
ran
long
lead
as we
off
got
in the
points on the board.
I ran
They
lead
put
off
me
in the
like
four by
second or
four.
third. I think
Yeah,
I was like
I get
always
you, man.
second. I
I
was
was
never
I was
last because the last
I
you
was
want
the
someone
weakest
strong.
link. I
First
was
you
the
want
weakest
somebody
link on the
strong.
4x4 too, bro. I get it.
Yeah. Second
I was
and third, they
definitely
always like put me in there.
Nah, man,
So
my coach, he told me when I came back to coach, okay, and stuff like, because I went to my old high school to coach, and he was like, I should have fucking ran you differently in the 4x4. He's like, the year after you left, because I went off to the Marine Corps after that, and because I thought about it, and I was like, I should have changed you up more, and I didn't do that. He's like, there were so many things that I should have did with you. I was like, yeah, whatever, coach. I was like, did
uh,
I help the team? Did we help the team get points? We won counties, we won the leagues, we went to fucking state champs and stuff like that, right?
yeah,
The state championship. And he was like, yeah, I know, but I was like, what are you gonna do? Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Uh, but yeah, I ran leadoff in the 4x4, and it absolutely sucked sometimes. Um, I remember at Laux Relays, Laux Relays in White Plains, which is a big event where kids from all over the nation come. Bro, we were in the open 4x4 because of our times. Dude, I handed off
yeah.
dead fucking last. That's how fast these kids were in the
Hmm.
leadoff leg, okay? And like,
Oh yeah,
again, I was the weakest link, and we still, okay, came back and we missed winning that shit by fucking literally a lean, okay? Because like, we had the fastest Jewish kid on the planet who ran, second leg, and then we had this kid, Michael
the
Schroer,
fastest
who actually
Jewish kid.
he, we had the fastest Jewish kid on the planet. He was fucking so fast. This kid, Mark Davis. Okay, I'll never forget. It's just like I used to tell him. He used to laugh every time I was like, "Dude, you're like the fastest Jewish kid on the planet." And then we had this kid, Michael Schroer, who actually went on in 1996 to the Olympic trials for the 800. Okay, that's how good he was. He won
Nice.
nationals in the 800. That's how good he was. Okay,
Oh wow.
and fucking bro, between Mark and Mike, they got us to my best friend. Okay, he fucking handed off. He was literally in the lead the whole way. And this kid, Tomas Cobb from White Plains, all right, hadn't run the whole season because of his age. He was 19. He wasn't supposed to be able to run, but for whatever reason, the state let him come back at the end of the season. Fucking runs the anchor leg and walks. And I mean, my homeboy ran like a 47 flat, okay, in the quarter. All right. His that leg, this kid ran a 46 something. That's how fast he was. All right.
It was
And literally
400.
at the yeah, in the quarter on the anchor
Um,
leg, his split was a 46.9 or some 46.8 or some shit like that. My boy ran a 47 flat. Okay. And bro, right at the line, he got us. And he was like 6'4". Okay, so he leaned out. My boy jumped.
Crazy.
My boy literally jumped through the fucking finish line to try to beat him out. And when they did the picture, they went to the pictures. It was like the beginning for high school getting photo finishes. All right, and they saw it, and they legit won. So they got these big ass fucking trophies. Okay, because and it was on their home field. Okay, they got these big ass trophies, and we got a stupid little silver medal. Okay, we're so pissed.
Oh.
Yo, we were so pissed that when state trials came up, the state quals, we fucking dusted them, bro. We were so fucking pissed that we lost to them at their home field because we had it in the bag. And they ran, yo, there was this so funny. There was this team from Washington, D.C., and they were really the fastest team on the track, okay? What they did is they reversed their order and they fucking ran their fastest kid first instead of having them on the anchor leg and their slowest kid last. They were so far
Okay.
ahead, they didn't think anybody was going to catch them. But my boy caught
Right.
them, walked them down, went by him, and Tomas Cobb fucking went by him too. Dude, they were ready to beat the shit out of this kid at the end of this
Wow.
race. His team, they were yelling at him and shit because he got walked down. In the first 200 meters, he got walked down. They caught him. And it was just, it again, I handed off in dead last, bro. That's how fast these motherfuckers were.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, how do we even come back from that? And we did, but we still ended up losing. But track and field is a fun sport, man. It's one of those sports that if you play any other sports, especially football or anything like that, it absolutely complements it, right? If you're a runner, it
Oh yeah.
fucking complements every other sport.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we had a lot of guys on the team that did like football.
Yeah.
They ran in the off season.
Did they run both? Did you guys do winter and spring as well? Because you were in
Like
the Northeast at that time,
track,
right? Yeah,
track,
you were in
or
the
we had cross country in the fall, but I never did cross country.
right. Well, there was
Um,
cross country in the fall, but then there's winter and spring track in the Northeast where you run indoors. And when you didn't run winter?
I never ran on an indoor track once.
Yeah.
Not even at meets. Everything was outside.
So you
I
ran
I
in the spring.
I've I can tell you this though. I fucked my legs up though, because when I was in high school, we didn't actually have our own track. We would run to the nearby. There was another junior high school that was up the street that actually had a track, and they let
Yeah.
us use theirs for training. Dude, it was a fucking cement track.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh
Dude,
Lord.
to this day, yeah, I'm not concrete track. To this day, if I'm like, if I'm out there trying to like do like if I get caught in the rain and I'm doing a quick jog, I will get shin splints like fucking in a minute. Like it just will suck.
Yeah.
Like it just
Oh man, shin splints.
destroyed our legs.
Man, I
oh
pulled my
man.
hamstring.
So when we were
Fucking
practicing, we couldn't even practice in spikes.
yeah, because you
That
can't. Yeah,
sucked
you
too.
can't. Obviously, not on a common. And
No,
that's the thing, right? In the Northeast, depends on the track. Not all tracks let you wear spikes. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them, depending on the school and. But like we ran on,
really?
we obviously yeah. Not all tracks will let you wear spikes, and especially indoors. Indoors, you definitely can't have spikes. Most outdoor tracks you can. Depends on the material that they make them with. Nowadays, I think they all wear. That's not even an issue anymore. The way have you seen some of these freaking kids? How fast these kids are nowadays, bro? It's insane.
Oh yeah.
There's this one kid out of Maryland, I think it is, or I think the kid is like the fat. He made the Olympic team in 2024 at 16.
Oh
That's
wow.
Wow.
how fast he is.
And he's not juicing.
He's not juicing. These kids, bro. These kids are just insane, man. The level of competition is just ridiculous. What do your kids play, Reese?
Soccer for now. I used to play basketball and volleyball, but
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, we're
Well,
gonna try to
soccer.
get him into some jujitsu. You know, like
That's good.
yeah, it's good to like
Yeah,
self defense.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Definitely get your kids in some sort of martial art at a young age, get them going. And now they got so many different things. Shit, you can just go to any MMA place and that you'll learn jujitsu, freaking Muay Thai, and everything all at once and stuff. Right? They'll even break it down so you can just do like on some nights just jujitsu. Um, Kovic says kids have growth hormone in their milk. It's insane the level of
That part is
competition.
true.
That is
Yeah, that
true. Yeah,
yeah, the milk
that is true.
nowadays is yeah.
Yeah. But have you seen I mean, I don't know if you guys watched like high school football on ESPN. The high school football was never on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Like I've watched it over the last 10 to 15 years. It is like watching college football with these kids. They're big, they're
Crazy.
huge, and the game is just so fast. I wouldn't be able to coach nowadays with like my style of coaching. I would have to relearn, okay, the new game and how the game is played today because it is so much faster.
Yeah, and it's so competitive too. One of my friends, her son plays high school football, and he already injured his knee, and he
Oh
got
my
it
god.
recovered. But then it's like he's competing for quarterback with this other person,
Mm,
this other boy.
ne-
Yeah, and it's like it's just so
needs his
competitive.
knees. Yeah, it needs his
Yeah,
needs. Yeah, definitely needs his knees. Oof, that's tough, man. That's tough. Yeah, that's cool to watch. These high school kids are just they're absolutely insane now. High school sports. It's fun to watch though, because the games are just like I said. The game is so fast now in high school, right? It's like they're almost ready. By the time they're seniors, they're ready for college. They're absolutely ready. It's not even a lot of these high schools are running essentially college programs, and and they're ready to move on to the next level like almost immediately.
yeah, and they have like all those recruiters, right? They're like going to the games and stuff
Yeah,
to like check
Blondie
them out.
says Blondie says that her son plays high school football. It's very fun to watch. It is. It's insane. It's like I said.
Speaking of
I
football,
go ahead.
did you see that video of that Pee Wee football where that kid broke that kid's spine?
I saw. Was that Pee Wee? I thought
Oh
that
no,
was
I
high
didn't see
school.
that.
I
Oh,
saw.
was it high school? They looked like little
I
kids. That's why I thought it
uh,
was Pee Wee.
and he just yeah. But I heard that some kid got his spine broken because some big fat kid jumped on him.
Oh my
Twice.
gosh.
He was on the ground. The kid got up and like jumped on him again while he was down,
Oh my god.
and
Oh
somehow it
my gosh.
shattered the kid's spine
Good
because he
lord.
was like, I guess he was like in an awkward. The kid was
Yeah.
massive. This kid was probably
Right.
like my weight, going up against a kid that was, tiny, like a tiny football player.
Right.
Oh
Completely
wow.
unnecessary. And the poor kid, Jesus Christ, he's just,
Is he paralyzed or just they broke his
I
spine and
don't
they'll be able
know.
to fuse it? But he's
I have
done
not seen a
forever. Like
follow-up
his
article. Yeah, I mean, they
yeah,
were
he's
like, "Oh,
done
we don't
forever.
know if the stupid doctor was, or not stupid, but they were like, "Oh, we don't know if he's gonna play football again." I'm like, "Play football?
Play
The
football.
kid
Is he
may
gonna
not
walk
walk
Yeah.
again?
again." Yeah,
Yeah.
screw football. He'll be
Yeah, who
At
lucky
what
gives
if
a
he
age
shit
do
about
walks
they do
again.
football?
tackling? Oh, at what
It's a,
age do they do
actually
tackling? Yeah.
oh shit, like freaking if you're in Pop Warner, like 5, 6 years old, the Mighty Mites to tackling with each
Oh
other.
really? Oh
Oh
wow.
yeah. Oh yeah. At least it was back then. I haven't seen Pop Warner football in fucking decades, so I don't know. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
like now, but yeah, it was like Mighty Mites right all the way through the midgets. They were tackling, and
Oh
they
wow.
played more like on a high school level. Like the rules were like high school and stuff like that. So, um, it was a lot of those kids were able to transition into high school because you can play. A lot of the kids will play in Pop Warner even through junior high school, and then from junior high, and then from there go to high school. Some kids would go on and go play for the junior high, but a lot of them would actually stay and play Pop Warner right through junior high school, and then move on to high school football because the
Wow.
rules were pretty much the same.
Oh
So
wow.
Blondie says the kid jumped on him twice, and the one that broke his spine jumped on him after he was down. That's what
Hmm.
broke his back.
Oh, oh man.
Wow.
Blondie, have you seen an update on the kid? I mean, is that it? He broke his back and that's it. Wonder what's gonna happen to that other kid.
Yeah.
I mean, they were kids. That's the worst part of it. It wasn't like this was high school. They
Yeah.
were kids.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think he should be allowed to play anymore. Mm.
Yeah, he
I
should
mean,
be
I would
banned from
think
the
not.
sport. He should
Yeah.
absolutely be banned from the sport, 100%.
Such a
Um,
shame. And
yeah, it's
that's one of those situations that I know the parents are gonna go be like, "Oh, he didn't mean it. It was an
yeah, he did.
accident."
Fucking got
Yeah.
up, jumped on him twice. So what Blondie was saying, there was, I guess, a third kid involved. Because she said that
Oh
one
God.
kid jumped on him twice, and then the one that broke his spine jumped on him after he was down. That's what broke his back.
Oh.
It's, that's just
So they were
bananas.
targeting him,
Oh yeah, that. Well, I mean,
completely targeting him.
they were just doing what it is that they wanted to do, right? Like, I mean, who I don't know who teaches that in football. I mean, listen, they've changed the rules considerably, okay, to try to protect kids, okay, as much as possible, as humanly possible, because it is a very violent sport, even for kids. All right. And,
Yeah.
you think it's violent for adults, it's really violent for kids, right? Like, it's like they go through a lot of, they put their kids put their bodies through a lot of punishment playing football. That is
Hmm.
reality. Okay. That is truth. As much
Sure.
as I love watching it, it is the truth. Okay. And, you know, I know. Oh, wait a minute. She said she worded that wrong. Oh, all right. So it was the second was the kid, then the kid just jumped on him twice and then that broke his spine. Um
Yeah.
I just remember teaching kids, we taught kids how to tackle a certain way to not only protect their heads, but to, not to lower your fucking heads, do not spear anybody. We taught them the rules. These are things because not only you're gonna hurt somebody else, but you could possibly hurt yourself in the middle of trying to hurt somebody else.
Right.
Because these are things because if you're not paying attention to where you're tackling, she says only one big black kid who was 3 times the size jumped onto. So was it Pop Warner? Was it junior high school? Was it high school? Because I'm not sure
The kids
what it
look
was. I don't know
small.
what.
They looked
Yeah, the
really
kid was
small.
definitely smaller than him.
Even the big kid looked small. You could tell
Right.
he was probably like
He was just bigger.
three times his weight. He looked like Shaq
See, but
out there with like the rest of the NBA
Oh
players.
really?
Yeah,
but
he
here's
was
the
just
thing
that
though,
much
right?
bigger.
In Pop Warner, they have what's called older lighters. So there are weight limits for each level. Okay, there are age and weight
Um,
limits for each level. So you
well,
can be older and be at a lower level, but your weight has to be a certain weight, right? Like, so let's say the age range is 11 to 12. The kid is 13, but they can't be more than, we'll say, 110 pounds. Okay, so they can play. They're more developed, but they can play on the lower level, but they can't be past a certain weight, and they have to make that weight each and every game. They weigh the kids, okay? They used to. I don't know if they're still doing that. Okay, they weigh the kids, all right? What do you call it? They weigh the kids, all right? Like before every game.
If
So
there's a
I'm
weight,
just not sure.
if the, yeah, if there was a weight limit for age that was, I
Yeah,
guarantee you that one kid that did the jumping was
this
past
is
the
way
age.
over.
There's no
Yeah,
way. If
Yeah.
he's like within the range, then what's the point of having a range?
right.
I mean, that's he's got to be at least under 500 pounds. Okay, yeah, he was under 500 pounds.
Yeah. Again, so I'm gonna go back and check that video at some point, um, to see what level of football it is. Because all I know is, like I said, again, Pop Warner isn't the only football league out there. They got other leagues out there now, right? Where the rules might be different. It used to be Pop Warner was the Pee Wee league across the country, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, uh, I don't know if that's still the case. And Blondie says it was high school. She's pretty sure. And she
High
says, yes,
school.
they
My
still do
God,
weigh-ins. Yeah, high school, there's no weight. You don't have to, the weight limit is gone at high school.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if that was okay, how?
It's not okay what he did. It's just not okay what
Well,
he
no,
Yeah.
it's
did.
not only that. I'm just saying his weight. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
He was so much bigger than the other kid.
Right. Now, again, you know, like I said, I know in Pop Warner they still did weigh-ins and stuff. And Blondie said, yeah, they still do weigh-ins and stuff like that. So like there are weight and age limits for each level, right? And like I said, they have what's called an older lighter where you can be older and play
Hmm.
on the lower level, but you have to meet essentially the kids that are on the lower level are heavier than you are if you're
Right.
an older lighter, right? Because you're more developed, they consider you more developed, but you have to weigh less than the kids that are on that level and stuff like that. And they take into consideration that because you're probably older, your development is different. You're going to be faster, most likely, okay, and quicker and stuff like that. So they take that into consideration. But yeah, once you get to high school, actually junior high school too. There's no weight limit in junior high school. You could just be a big kid in junior high school and
Oh,
absolutely wreck
really?
shop. Yeah, there's no weight limit, man.
Mm.
It's only the league.
Oh
It's only the
man.
Pee Wee leagues that do that to protect the kids. Once you get into schools, it's different.
Mm.
Conserve says that Michigan High School Athletic Association confirmed that Kalamazoo Central High School took strong and decisive action against a player involved in a severe incident where a larger player.
What does that mean?
Um, yeah, I don't know what that means. Blondie says at high school they only get weighed at the beginning of the season just to see where
Maybe they
they're at.
pulled him off the team.
Yeah, that's just fucking ridiculous, man. Again, right? Like if you're a coach and you see one of your kids do that, I mean, you should be livid, right? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And the state should absolutely ban this kid from playing any kind of organized sports in high school in general, not just football.
Yeah.
He should be banned from any sports whatsoever,
Hmm.
you know, breaking a kid's spine because he thought it was
Yeah.
cute to
It's
fucking
horrible.
pancake him 3 or 4 times. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
My
It's
kid's life
ridiculous.
is just ruined.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ruined. Again, it's that's a good thing about, like what Conserv was saying about sportsmanship, right? Like it's why again, like we'll just say Pop Warner. At the end of the games, you shook hands at the end of the game. Actually, we did that in high school too. We shook hands at the end of a game. Okay. You do it, you shake hands at the end of the game, regardless of what's going on. The coaches are on the field to make sure no kids get stupid and stuff like that and
Hmm.
everything and do crazy things.
Yeah.
Blondie says they have weight limits in middle school. We didn't have any in New York at the time. That might have changed, um, but back in the day there was no weight limits. So it's good to hear. It's good to see that middle schools across the country are having weight limits for their kids. Yeah. She says these kids aren't small. She says her son is 15 and he's already 6'1". Kid's huge.
Yeah, I noticed the kids are really big nowadays. They're
They're
really
big.
tall.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you that just when the football season, well, we're already in the football season. Seriously, watch a game on ESPN. First time a high school game comes up to watch on ESPN, okay, just watch it and just like don't say anything. Just watch the whole game, and you'll see how fast the game moves. Okay, at this level now on high school, it is like watching college because they take the best programs in the world, I'm sorry, in the country, and they make them play each
Yeah.
other, right? And they rank them, okay, like they do in college. They rank the high school teams, and they put on, like on a Thursday night or a Friday night. It used to be Friday night. I don't know if they still do that. Um, and you have a Friday night lights type things with a high school game, right? College, you have a college game on Thursday, high school game on Friday, some college games on Friday night, and then college again on Saturday. And I'm telling you, Reese, it is like watching college football. These kids are they're not only big and fast, it's just they hit like, I mean, it's like it's like trains smashing into each other.
Oh wow.
It's
I'll
it's
probably go check it out and put on ESPN one
yeah.
night. I'm just like
Yeah,
love
just
watch
like
it.
on a Friday night, find it.
Yeah.
It's usually on ESPN or ESPN2, on a Friday night and whatnot and stuff. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Blondie says even in middle school the kids are absolutely huge. Uh,
I sent you
hang
the
on,
link in case you wanted to show it.
yeah, I think Conserve sent it to me too, but yeah, I clicked on it. Hang on 1 second. Let me gotta hit the share. Oh, share. There we go. Add to scene.
You can see the moment the player wearing number 73, who plays for Kalamazoo Central, jumps on the Lakeshore player. The
Holy
video was
shit.
taken by Mims recounting her
Crazy.
reaction after seeing her son was injured.
First was like, is that my son? And as soon as it clicked that it was, I couldn't be stopped. I had to go down there. I've never felt anything like it. I've never been as upset or shaken up as I was over something for my son.
Her son was brought to the hospital where they found he has a broken spine
There's a junior
in 2
varsity football
places. He
team,
was
too.
released from the hospital and is
gosh.
now recovering at home.
He's out at least for this season. We don't know if he's going to be able to play again. He should and will make a full recovery.
While the varsity teams are scheduled to face off again tonight, Mims wants to raise awareness for potential dangerous plays.
Boys are high school boys. They're 15 years old. The game means a lot to them. It's their whole life right now. They're there from before I get up to go to work in the morning till after dinner, putting in the work. And for somebody to try to take that from somebody doing so much is awful for me to see.
I reached out to the Michigan High School Athletic Association regarding any potential disciplinary action against the student. Communications director sharing, quote, "We are aware of the situation you're describing. We talked to both schools and they are resolving
We're
this
aware.
issue internally."
Yeah.
Also reaching out to both schools while we are still waiting for comment from Kalamazoo Central. Lakeshore school leaders responded, "We can't share any information at this time other than that we are working with the other school
Yeah,
about
they can't
this
say much
situation."
because there's kids involved. They got to
Thanks for
protect
watching.
the what do you call it? The kids' identities and stuff like that.
Well,
So
first time I heard the mom, though, is it wrong? I didn't think that she was really that upset.
Yeah, she didn't really
yeah,
sound that upset actually.
Well,
well, listen,
the kids work really
we
hard, and it's a shame that they're trying to take this away from them. I wouldn't have been like that. I'd have been like, that motherfucker did this to my child. Are you kidding me?
I'd be apoplectic, bro. It's
You
no
know,
shit.
yeah. I don't even know if I'd probably still be crying and shit. Like, this fucker targeted my son.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was definitely a
I
target.
don't,
for
that
all we
was
know,
way
his
too calm of
condition
an
is
interview.
actually. But like I said, for all we know, his condition is actually way better than we know, and we
I hope
hope
Yeah.
that
so.
we hope that we hope the kid has at a minimum has a full recovery, whether he plays football or not or any other sports. That's remains to be seen. After an injury like that can end up being catastrophic. But with that said, we want to see this kid's healthy return to just at least a normal life. uh that's insane. It could have paralyzed him, man. I'm glad he didn't get
Yeah.
paralyzed. Nothing happened to his spinal cord or anything like that, is what it seems like.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah,
insane.
when they
I
say
would have
full recovery.
Yeah, I'd have been like, just as a coach, coaching a kid that did something like that, it would just be like, your parents here, just you might as well drop go to the locker room, change, leave your shit in the locker, don't come back on this field ever again. And then whatever comes after that, just suit the school superintendent or the athletic director for the county, whatever wants to come speak to me, I would give a rat's ass. I'd be like, no, that kid doesn't belong on the field. Okay, he deliberately hurt somebody, and he's also his sportsmanship. He doesn't have what it takes to be on the field playing this game. So they'd be like, you might as well tell your parents to come pick you up. Don't ever come back on my field ever again. And I wouldn't give a shit what I would care less. I could care less what the parents say or whatever like that. I'd be like, don't come back on my field ever
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit, fam.
Yeah.
We are already at 2 hours.
Is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's
Dude,
like
jeez.
freaking.
Hanging Reese was really quick. Went by
Yeah,
went by
it
smooth.
goes by fast,
Yeah.
Reese.
Yeah, it
Reese,
does.
whatever
Yeah.
you got to plug, whatever you got
Yeah.
to plug,
Thanks
go
for
ahead and
coming
plug
on,
it.
Reese.
Thanks, thanks for
Oh,
hanging with us.
thank
Let
you.
everybody know.
Yeah.
Let everybody know where they can find you and what you got going on.
Oh yeah. Truthfulreese on Instagram, and then Truthfulresse with an S after the Truthfulreese on TikTok. Yeah, and I mainly like do call out. I call out a lot of people. Like expose who they truly are. That's what I mainly do. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, her links are in the description, fam, and you can find her on Instagram and whatnot. And we definitely, what do you call it?
What's that?
So, Scott, what do you got, brother?
Oh, you sound like you cut yourself off.
Yeah, I got a
Well, no,
distracting sound hit me.
thanks for coming on, Reese.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me
Especially,
on.
we know you're busy. You're growing fast, so
Yeah,
that's
you are.
awesome. It's
It's good
Yeah.
to
trust me,
see.
enjoy the ride, enjoy it, because
Yeah,
it's not everybody gets to taste that. Um,
it's
but
true.
yeah, no, you know where to find me. Just Reddaywalker. Um,
Yeah.
really, just on Instagram. Yeah, we share each other's stuff all the time. I know.
Yep.
But yeah, it's hope everybody has a safe weekend. Just eyes on a swivel. Oh,
Yeah,
by
most
the
definitely.
way,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
anybody that was wondering about that kid that was kidnapped in Florida, the kid with the MAGA hat, they did find him, and he's
Did they?
fine.
That's good.
Now I don't even know what to make of it at this point. Now the authorities are saying like, well, no, now we're not sure that he actually was kidnapped. I don't know where they got all that other information. Like, oh, there was some Latino-looking guys that shot him, and now they're saying he's fine, and he voluntarily left in a van. I'm like, how do you completely screw up that story?
Yeah,
How
They
do
right.
you go
had
from
pictures of him at Walmart too. I don't know if that was
yeah.
actually him though. Yeah, getting a bike
Oh, I don't
in a
know where
tent.
they found him, but they found him, and he said he's safe. In fact, they like whoever the news, I could figure the news screwed it up. The news like recanted like half the shit they said about the initial like Amber Alert story. So who knows? But he is safe and sound, thank goodness.
That's good to
But
know.
yeah,
That is good to know. Well, Reese, thanks for coming to hang with us tonight. And you
Oh yeah,
definitely
thank you
are
for having
blowing
me.
up. You definitely are blowing up. Hopefully you don't get stuck on ice like they did me. Um, although I will say this last month I'm up almost 2,000 followers, so that's good.
Oh, that's
But it's
really good.
just freaking it's
plugging
a
away.
horrible grind with Instagram. They suck absolute fucking blue whale cock. Um, LubeTube is not
Yeah.
helping, but Rumble is where it's at, fam. Just continue to follow us on Rumble. Continue to freaking don't forget to like and subscribe and repost. All right, we can use that, fam, on Rumble. That helps us with the algorithm. Algorithm. It helps get us out there and whatnot. Yes, Cass, we're definitely gonna hit up bourbon and beer. Raid is coming. Were you guys gonna rate us from somewhere else, Cass? Were we gonna get rated?
Yeah, they didn't raid us tonight.
Yeah, I know. Cass, are you gonna rate us from somewhere? Shit, yeah, she might be. She might have been because she. All right, Cass Rumble. She actually mods for a lot of different people. So
Okay.
she might have been modding a show that's ending just to hit us up. But we're actually gonna hit bourbon and beer, Cass, because we're coming to the end here. So, I will take us out, fam, and you guys don't have to freaking because I gotta shut us all down. It's like a whole fucking to do just to shut shit down.
I gotcha.
It's just ridiculous. Oh my god! All right, fam, I'll take us out. W- Well, America, we had Truthfulreese in the house with us tonight. It was a fantastic show. We had some new followers. Okay, come in and chill with us tonight. It was pretty awesome. Uh, really enjoyed tonight's show. We had a great conversation. We got a lot going on tomorrow. Salty Dog Show, 6 p.m. Eastern. On Monday, Peyton Jackson will be back with us. Okay, so remember that, guys. She's going to be hanging with us. She wanted to come hang out with Scott and I, so we're going to catch up with her and how her campaign is going. Next Friday, we have Samantha Lorenz who's going to be with us. She's going to let us know her story, her sister's story, Alexi Lorenz, who was jabbed with three, what do you call it? Goodness gracious, vaccines in the state of California before a procedure, and she had terrible adverse effects to it. It almost killed her. And she's still recovering and whatnot. So we want to make sure that we bring her on, get to hear her story. Next Wednesday, okay, the major should be back. He had a golf tournament again. You guys know he's always out there golfing, trying to raise money for veterans and whatnot. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to pick up your Scars and Stripes coffee. Link is in the description under the affiliate links. They're all about God, family, and country. Great family. Lexi will be, it's not Lexi, it will be her sister Samantha next Friday. That's when she'll be with us. So her sister's going to be on the show to tell her story. I will put her link up that day for her Give Send Go so that we can make sure that we contribute to help Lexi and whatnot. We want to make sure that not only do we hear a story from her sister, but we try to do what we can to help them out, help the family out and whatnot. So they will be on next Friday. And I'm telling you, we are jam packed, okay, for October. It's completely done. And looks like November is going to be picked up. We got a lot coming on. We got Calamaga Barbie coming on the 6th. That'll be the Monday after Lexi's on. That's April Silverman. Should be on with us and whatnot. It's just a lot. Blondie will be back with us too. What do you call it? Not next week, the following week. We had a fantastic show with her. She did a great segment, health segment on Wednesday. It was pretty awesome. And whatnot. We'll get her to do that again. That's something we're going to continue to do for you all so we can get information out to you. So, anyway, we are going to raid Bourbon and Beer here, fam. And we want to make sure I got it all set up. I'm going to hit go in a second. And then you could, what do you call it? Say hi, say what's up, see what's going on, see what they're talking about. Stick around. Make sure you like and subscribe here. Make sure you hit the like and repost and whatnot over there as well. And let's get going here. I am the Big Red One Guy signing out. Remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. And I will see you all tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern, fam. Have a good night. It's taking a second. And here we go. All right, fam. Good night.